If you guys want to know when we talk about certain gaming things, or anything for that matter, please check the description of this video. All the timestamps, all the links are there for you to follow along with us. And action! What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Night Wolfcast podcast. This is episode number 33 for the date of July 3rd, the day before the 4th, if you're in America. If not, then disregard. My name is Wolfie, and today I am joined by my two good friends, SNES.
Hello.
And Zeromus3.
Yo, yo.
This is going to be possibly a short one. Just a brief disclaimer. There wasn't really much to talk about this week. But we're going to do our best to fill this time with not only our sexy voices, but our weeks to start us off. And today, who's going to start us is you, Bert.
Me?
Yeah, you get to start off the podcast. What did you do the last few weeks since the Blackneck cast?
Oh, that was a mistake.
It was. It was your idea too, so.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
You love
the only real newer thing besides like Tekken, we've been playing that a lot, would be Dead Cells. So
how did
Steam,
you? Oh, go on.
Well, the Steam, what's it called? Like the summer sale.
Mm-hmm.
Steam summer sale's happening, so everything's on sale and people are gifting stuff and all that stuff. So I got Dead Cells from a friend. And I usually don't like roguelikes, but I think this one's really good.
Yeah, I knew you liked it. You were trying to play it off real good, and I was sitting there like, you like it. This guy trying to play it up like he didn't like it. I knew it.
I knew you liked it. That's all I ever seen you play throughout this whole Steam sale.
Yeah. So I guess a little background on it. It's like a roguelike that's in the playstyle of like a Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hugely familiar with the Castlevania series, but it's the same style. I don't know. It reminds me a lot of Spelunky. How like I don't know. It just reminds me more of like Spelunky than the only other roguelike I really know is Isaac, which you play a whole bunch of.
Isaac's my roguelike of choice.
Yeah. How many hours of that?
At least over 800, I think now.
That's a ton.
It is.
Yeah, it's side-scrolling, kind of like Spelunky, and the items remind me more of it. Just like because you can, like when you think of Isaac, you think of like a million different items.
Yeah,
like
too many item
like
pools
combinations and all that.
Mm-hmm.
In this, it's a little more limited, but items can have levels, so they can get like better versions or weaker versions.
Okay, I see. But
the reason I say it's more like Spelunky is like you can kind of get whatever build you want going. Like, in Spelunky, you'll basically see every item. Maybe you can't afford it all.
Yeah, more or less you'll encounter most of the items in the item pool. Sometimes you won't like see special items like a jetpack or
but
stuff like
you
that.
can go through like the secret shop and you can, if you were doing really well, you could probably get whatever build you wanted going.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
This feels more like that. Obviously, you unlock more stuff as you go. You kill certain enemies, you can unlock blueprints, and what was that other one? Rogue Legacy?
Yeah, the one that I really liked, but then I wound up hating at the end, where you basically every time you die, you could inherit the skills from the previous person who died, and that your family member would continue on.
Yeah, it's not quite like that, but you do get a progression that continues. Like you can keep some of your gold. You can like you collect these dead cells from enemies, and you spend those to unlock new items or like upgrade your health flask. So even if a run fails, you can get, you still get a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, okay. It's
you don't like lose everything.
Yeah, because some roguelikes do have like have the not so much a checkpoint, but something where it's like, I guess if there is an end goal, most roguelikes will give you that well, every run you can build up something like either a shortcut or something that makes it a little bit easier for the next run or something like that. Certain games like Isaac, where if you just die, that's it. There's no
Yeah.
checkpoints, stuff
No
like
shortcuts
that.
or anything.
No shortcuts. No, you got everything from scratch.
In this game, you unlock new powers, kind of like you would, or that give you more traversal things, kind of like a Castlevania. Like you couldn't go to somewhere else before, but now you can after you unlock a certain item.
Yeah,
So it
the
unlocks new
usual
paths.
things of a Metroidvania.
Yeah, so that's why it's a bit like that, because you can choose different paths once you unlock those certain runes.
Okay.
So it gives a little more variety. It opened up a way more as you play more, but as this is an early access game, it does have like a cutoff at the very end. Or there's like 2 bosses, I think, and once you kill that, it kind of resets you to the beginning because that's all the content that's really available.
Oh.
And that's kind of a shame, you know. Obviously, this is the nature of early access, but
I mean, from what it sounds like, this is a really good early access, and it's like this
yeah.
may be something you're going to put time in once it actually comes out, huh?
Yeah, like there's still a million items I have to unlock, and obviously the builds will get more varied by that point. Like eventually you'll have a ton of items that will be available, so maybe you won't see the same things that many times over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'd say keep an eye on it.
See, now you kinda sold me on it, because I mean I love roguelikes for the
I
most
think you
part.
would like it,
Okay. I don't know. This
especially when it's done.
maybe if there's a Switch version.
I'm not sure what kind of like platforms they're planning on putting it on. It would obviously work on anything. It's
Yeah,
a 2D pixel game, so it's not too demanding or anything.
it definitely looks promising though. I've seen very little I've seen on it. It does look pretty good. So I'm
Yeah, and
actually.
they've been updating it. Oh, like I have it for about 2 weeks, I guess now,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little less. And there's already been like 2 updates since then. One added a bunch of elemental, like synergies, I guess. Like you can put oil on enemies and light them on fire. It does more damage, stuff like that.
Oh,
And this new one just added a whole new area. So they've been doing a bunch of updates.
okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'd say definitely keep an eye on it, and if it continues the way it's going, it's going to be a great game once it's released. It already is.
So it sounds like, yeah, they're just going to update it until it's just time to release it, and then there's just going to be a big update. It's like, here's the game.
Yeah, they seem to be doing early access right. So
Good on them. Are the developers of this game new, or have they done stuff before? Do you know?
they go by the name of Motion Twin, and this is the only thing I know that they've made.
Okay. I'll probably go ahead and look at this after the podcast is done and add it to my wish list, because I am in need of more roguelikes to play. But other than that, what else did you do these last few weeks?
It's mostly just been Tekken.
We
So
played a
that's
lot of that.
about it, yeah.
You guys are like hyenas with that game.
Yeah.
We cackle like idiots as we kill each other.
New
Yes.
fighting games tend to do that to us.
That is true.
Especially
then-
if we like them. If we
And you
don't,
pick
then
on poor me. I just kind of get torn in the middle between all that.
It's a really violent, horrible state of affairs that happens. You don't want to see... Okay, here's the thing. You're probably wondering, wow, these guys play a lot of fighting games. How come they don't ever upload it to the channel? Well,
Yeah, talk about that. Why
yeah, we
don't
should
you
talk
ever do
about it. We
that?
should address that. It's because things get really obscene. Like, we get really heated, really nasty to each other. Things that should not be said to each other get said while we play fighting games. Things that would probably get the YouTube video flagged or taken down. So, yeah, we
not
have no
that bad.
we have no filter when we play fighting games. Oh, Bert, it's brutal. You're so desensitized to it, you don't even think it's bad anymore.
I was gonna say you have no emotion, Bert.
I still don't think it's that bad.
Okay, to be fair, it's mostly me doing that to Bert. I'm I'm super verbal when I when I do these things. Just imagine how obnoxious I am now, but imagine that times 2. Just shit talking and calling him all these awful things. That's me. And he just kind of sits there and casually plays. But yeah, that's why we don't do fighting games. One of the reasons.
You could have endless content.
We could. I mean, we'd have hours and hours of content. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a first to 10 again or something.
Oh
I'm
God!
so happy you said it correctly.
Yeah, that's been a running gag too.
He did say that correctly.
I said it just to be nice to you, Bert.
Oh,
Thank you.
ain't that sweet?
Well, I'm gonna have to dial that back later. You know what, Scoots? Why don't you tell us about your week?
Well, my week is it's pretty boring. I don't think you want to listen to it.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Well, what's so interesting about it?
I mean, it sounds like you became the
Maybe you should
spirit.
elaborate.
Sounds like you became the spirit of giving.
I don't know what you did.
I don't know. I've been gifting people games.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
It's been going well, actually.
You
Everyone's been
enjoying
getting
sale?
everyone's been getting the business, except for you, Bert.
Yeah, Justin.
I was gonna say, don't say anything. What the
Pushing
fuck?
it onto you.
You motherfucker!
High five! Anyone high five?
I'm the only one who doesn't know what it is. I guess the listeners too.
Oh my god. Okay, so listeners,
Do
I
explain.
have long stated my hatred. You know, we all play fighting games here. We love fighting games. There is one exception. I hate Street Fighter Cross Tekken with a passion. And I said I would never play it again. Mother freaking Scoots over here just sent me the gift as we speak live right now on this podcast, and just ruined my life. There it is. You received a gift. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit I'm gonna decline that gift. You can have that.
You can't decline.
I'm not accepting that. I am not accepting that. That's not going on my hard drive.
You can't decline my kindness.
It is not going on my hard drive. I will take the bad karma for this. Watch the podcast just completely shit itself after I hit this decline. I'm not taking this.
You'll take it, and then you will play me and the Bert.
I'm not touching this game again. I fucking hate this thing. It's the worst fighting game of all time. I hate it. I'd rather play that Shining Force fighting game.
There was nothing wrong with it.
Oh, nothing wrong? Freaking timeouts and gems and shit. The game is ugly. It's awful. It's boring. It's dull.
You didn't play it correctly.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna leave this here. This will be the whole podcast of me looking at it and getting angry.
We just go with default.
I don't want to play it again.
To be fair, Bert knew.
I didn't know you were actually going to go through with it.
Wow,
you did this. Both of you set this up on me. This is the worst. This is probably the worst. This is the worst I'm gonna feel during a podcast ever. I've done some shitty things during a podcast. This is it.
I got trying one year.
I guess I could just minimize it and make it. I don't have to look at
it.
it.
I like what you added to the end of this. You know, on the docket thing. I said gifting people, and I say wee, and then Bert added nerds to it.
That's what he does. If there's a chance of adding dick, Bert's there.
But my week was actually all right. I've been playing ARMS, and
how's that going?
It's ARMS like.
Okay.
You have to do motion controls, otherwise you're kind of screwed. I'm just gonna admit that right now. Because you can do it. You can do it without the motion, but you can't angle things properly. There you go. I said it.
That sounds about what I've been hearing.
And Master Mummy is awesome. Maybe because I just like, being defensive and healing in the match.
Have you played other people at all, or is it just like computer stuff?
I've done one match with a random person, and I got wrecked. Horribly wrecked. I'm still trying to understand the game.
How was the netcode? Does it seem alright?
It was alright.
I guess you played it also, Justin, the test punch.
I did.
Yes, netcode seemed okay?
Seemed alright.
Yeah, it was fine. The matchmaking was a little weird. I guess it's more. I don't know if it's like that in the real game, but the test punch had you just everything was just random. Sometimes you'd be in a three one-on-one. Sometimes you'd be in a volleyball match. Sometimes you'd be in a standard one-on-one match. Sometimes you'd be 2-on-2 tied together. I don't know if that's how it is in the real game again, but yeah, it was fine. I don't think I had any real issues. A lot of people were saying that there were a lot of like angry sore loser people, but I didn't run into any. I didn't have anybody rage quit on me, so.
I didn't have that happen to me too, but besides that, I was also playing. I went back to Zelda, Breath of the Wild, because they had their new DLC.
came out, yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't even done the trial stuff. I've been collecting the costumes, and that's been rough, actually. Cause
how do you get those? I figured they would just be unlocked.
when you first start the game, it gives you a list of DLC quests. In each DLC quest, they give you a riddle. And you're supposed to like follow the riddle or whatever, the hint, and it's supposed to take you to a chest in a certain area around Hyrule. Whenever you find the said chest, there is something out to kill you there. Most likely a guardian. So far it's been guardians with me. One of them's a Lionel, but you know, screw those guys. I actually found out a trick with the Lionels. Those ancient arrows can actually damage them really bad. I didn't know about that until I watched a speedrun thing, and that guy just took out a ancient arrow and shot a Lionel in the face during that trial thing.
I think when I played the game, I only ever found one ancient arrow. Are they more common if you know how to get them?
They actually are common. Did you ever go to the Akala lab?
Yeah.
And talk to Robbie?
Yeah, the guy who
he
you can
makes
make the armor off of him.
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you could make them off of them.
You can make the arrows there, but you just have to kill a crap ton of guardians.
Yeah, I just
and
never really
speaking of guardians, I have this guardian amiibo behind me.
Oh yeah?
Yes. That thing was hard to find. Not really. It was at my GameStop. Funny story about that. I was helping my friend, Brian. Hi, Brian. Because, you know, you love when I directly, you know, say hi to you within the podcast. But yes.
We're going to scare a lot of listeners named Brian.
Yes. They're going to be like, oh, God, how do they know it's me? But yeah. I was helping him out with basically video editing software stuff, and setting that stuff up, and after that, he told me to go ahead and go to GameStop or whatever because he was trying to get ready for something, and he'd meet me over in GameStop. So I was like, okay, let's go. I'll do it. So I go to GameStop. Walk into GameStop. I say hi to the store manager or whatever, because I'm friends with the guy, and walk around, looking around. Then I come across something. I see something in the amiibo section. My eyes fixates on this thing. And then the Super Boo music plays in my head as I see it. And then when it gets to the cool part of the theme, that's when I just run up to the thing, grab the item, go to the cashier, and be like, I'd like to buy this. As I'm buying it, Brian walks in. Then I look at Brian and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And then he's like, what are you talking about? And then he looks on the actual table. He sees this Guardian Amiibo, something that he's also wanted for a long time. He sees this. He's like, you son of a bitch. Beep, beep.
And that's the story of how you robbed Brian blind.
And then he freaks out. And then I'm like, sorry, dude. I was at GameStop first. That's all. That was the moral of the story there. You just weren't at GameStop first. And then he expected me to tell this. And he wanted me to tell this story on the podcast anyways.
So did you open it, or is it still unopened?
It's unopened. It's behind me. It thing's heavy. It's the heaviest amiibo so far. It's the
NRFB.
big NRFB.
You could
Exactly.
always open it and see what it does in Zelda.
It gives you Guardian parts.
Is that like one of those once a day type things?
Yes. I
And
would open it, but like if I find another one, then I'll open that one. This one is
Oh,
NRFB.
The Justin strategy.
Yeah, my strategy of keeping one for keeps, one for weeps.
Wait, what?
One for keeps, one for weeps. Weeps is that's how you feel when you open it. Even though you have a collector one, you still feel bad that you opened it. So you weep.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I also got a Twilight Princess Link amiibo.
Were those rare or just?
They recently just came out. I guess you
Oh.
could say they're rare because Zelda amiibos are just like this. They don't stay in the store that long.
Do you have all the other Breath of the Wild ones, or are those still not out?
Nope. Just I only have a horseback Link and this Guardian amiibo.
And some of those are larger than the regular ones, yeah.
This Guardian one is pretty freaking huge. And you can bend the arms.
Just gotta remove it from that box.
I'm not gonna remove it from the box.
NRFB.
You crazy, man.
Never
NRFB.
remove from box.
Never remove from box.
You've ruined the collector's value! Never remove from box! NRFB! NRFB!
As you know, you hit the table.
Slam the desk.
Yeah. Like that one lady from Dexter's Lab.
NRFB.
NRFB. that episode they were like basically making fun of Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, they go to the Star Trek con and they like Dexter and his friends walk up to this big lady and they're like, we need an energy crystal to get back home. And she's like, we have these crystal dolls here. Do you want an NRFB or what was it, NRFB or
the one that was actually removed?
NB or something like that. Mint condition, no box. And then Dexter's friend rips open the box to free the doll, thinking she's trapped in stasis, and then everybody freaks the fuck out and starts saying NRFV, never remove from box. It's my favorite Dexter moment, because now that I didn't get it as a kid, but now as an adult, I am that lady. Now screaming at children never to open their boxes.
If you ever gave me an amiibo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your King DDD, and I just grab it and I open it in front of you. You're gonna be that lady and just freak the crap out.
I would. I'd slam my desk real hard.
Then you gonna like send me on a death match?
I'd send you to a death pit to fight some hot dude.
Whoa.
You'd both be shirtless.
Whoa.
In oil.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. You gotta do American Gladiator.
The American Gladiator weapon. Play dramatic music.
Yep. And I'd be doing a big gay dance up in the top.
I'm quite impressed that you know the whole Star Trek thing, but at the same time,
that's from as far as I know, that's from the. I didn't know that was a Star Trek thing.
It was in Dexter's Lab too.
Okay,
but
so
like,
that
is an actual Star Trek thing.
Went over my head.
It's very iconic, that thing, but yes. But yeah,
other than the death pit, the oil death pits.
I had to explain that. Besides all that, I also got the Crash Insane trilogy. So far, from what I've played, it's been pretty much the same experience, I had 1990s. And I was playing, the original Crash Bandicoot and the other two games, especially Warped. I like that one the most, even though that's supposedly the easiest. I mean, 2's the best, but three had this charm to it that I liked.
The vehicles?
Yeah, so it was probably the one that I could beat fast. 2 was rough, and it was the hardest. 1 was just there.
1's my favorite. That's because it's just so simple.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly the same game. you remember from the 1998 when Crash Bandicoot came out?
I want to say in like 96 or something like that, but the
That might
first
have
one
been
anyway,
Crash
I don't know.
2. Yeah, the first
I
one was
forget.
probably 96 or something.
97, around that era.
96.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I know my platformers.
They just added like a few touches, like where you could play as Coco Bandicoot on
Crash's
the first game,
sister.
and maybe the second game. I'm not sure.
She was not playable in the second game. I think
Well,
that's
they
where she
might-
first showed up.
They
Was the
might
second
they might
game.
have done it. They might have done it
Hmm.
with this new one. I know she wasn't in the first game, but now
No.
you can play as her in the first game.
Is she any different from Crash, like playstyle
Nope.
wise, or is she okay? It's just a skin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
She just holds a laptop, her little pink
Ah.
laptop, with her everywhere.
Her stupid like karate kick attack in 3.
Yeah, quite literally the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that and of course Tekken. But I don't get to play Tekken as much as you guys do. But that's okay. I'm still learning, still relearning the game.
De-rusting, if you will.
Eventually, I'll get Lars to work, but I'll figure out how to approach you guys, especially Bert and his pressure character.
You'll figure it out eventually.
Just takes time. I'll let it build.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But besides all of that, that's my week.
Great. Because I didn't have a week either. Let's get to the gaming news. No, I'm joking.
Alright, let's skip
I had
right
a-
past
I had
all
a-
that
I had a I had a week. Okay, so first of all, let's get this out the way. Bert made a game in a day. Because I challenged him to make a game in a day. Hey, I said I was going to talk about it.
Go
That
for it.
reminds me,
It's
I
on the
broke that
docket.
game.
Yeah, well,
did.
you always break my stuff.
That's
I
true.
don't always break your stuff.
That is true. You have a history of breaking Bert's shit.
I don't break your stuff. You talk about that door handle. was-
the
I
car
touched
door
let's
handle.
just keep
I
going,
touched
Justin.
it. I just touched it. That's all I did. I didn't pull or anything. I just touched it. And the death touch. I'm sorry.
Still
It
amazing.
had a time limit over its head. And then they expired and it went.
But yeah, Bert made a conversation roguelike game because I told him I love roguelikes and that I believe you said something stupid like because Bert's dumb and he hates the conversation system in the Shimigami games. He's like, those are dumb and they're stupid. So he thought he'd prove me wrong by making a roguelike with the conversations pre-built in.
I'd hate it too if I saw like a horse demon.
Mm-hmm. And there's no possible way to beat Bert's game.
It didn't know that whenever I made it, okay?
No possible way to beat his game.
I didn't realize the bug was there when I sent it to you.
Literally, the only way to beat the game is to get a successful conversation, and you can't do that.
That's, yeah.
There was
You
a
can't.
1% chance, and I ended up getting it, which was great. It was a
Even if you
glitch.
get it, even if you do win the game, it crashes. It dies. You die still. You still die. You can't
It
beat his
doesn't
game.
crash bash.
Does not crash bash.
Damn.
Hey. You didn't give me much time for it, okay?
I only gave him a day. I'll give you that. You made a working roguelike with very aggro red squares.
And the sweet bullets.
Very sweet non-hitting tears.
No, they were great.
Then
They just
if you
have
lined up
poor
properly.
hitboxes.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
hit poor hitboxes is all, Just gotta have
I mean,
better aim.
we're seeing the start of we have quality games here. So I hope their next project, I hope Bert's next game is even better than this one. With an actual chance of victory.
It wasn't supposed to be like that, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're still getting the game of the year because you did what you said. So, congratulations, Bert. You get the game of the year this year with your Coralie.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation Roguelike by Bert. You guys will never get to play it and or see it. Just take our words for
the
it.
best.
It's oh boy. But besides that, I also watched Logan again because I got it on Blu-ray. Very rarely I buy movies. I have to really like it. So
I thought you were very. I thought you didn't. You're very. I don't know the right word. You didn't sound too enthused about it when you talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because of the way the movie is, it left me feeling like, huh. That was the feeling I think I said I felt was the huh feeling. Wasn't necessarily good or bad. I just didn't know how I felt about it. So I thought I told you, or at least on the podcast rather, I thought I said I went back to see it a second time, and I said that was like my favorite X-Men movie.
I think part of it is because you just like to see the tree. That's all you wanted to see. With that stupid ass tree.
No, it's just I like going back into it again, and this time I got to watch it with the fam. And here's the crazy part: I thought they wouldn't like this one because this one is this is a hard R rating. Like, it's violent as shit. Even my mom, who doesn't necessarily like superheroes, thought that was a really good movie. She was like, "Oh, that was actually good." It's because it's not really a superhero movie per se. Like, it's got superheroes in it, but the story itself is. It's a western. It's a very good western. I think it's well written. I can't really go into it in case people haven't seen it yet, and if you haven't, then what the fuck?
Would you really call Logan a superhero? I mean, he's more anti-hero-ish.
No, that's the thing.
He kills.
Yeah, and a lot of people die in this movie. It's not like your normal superhero movie where there's like, saving lives and stuff like that. That's not what this is. This is kind of like a deconstruction of, kind of like what Watchmen did to superheroes, where it's like, yeah, superheroes are kind of garbage. They're kind of shit. This is basically realistic, if, gotta suspend your disbelief, as realistic as you can go with that story. Like, people fucking die, and your, repercussions of those things will catch up to you eventually. It's still, I'm gonna still say it's in my top 3 favorite superhero movies of all time, and it's definitely my favorite X-Men movie. Better than Days of Future Past. There's no other X-Men movies besides Days of Future Past and Logan to me. And I know what you're gonna say. Fuck First Class. I hate that movie. It's awful. I know people say people say it's good. I think First Class is absolute garbage. I think it's really boring. Days of Future Past and Logan. That's it. That's my recommendations if you have to see X-Men movies. But, got Logan on Blu-ray, so that's one to add to the collection. The very tiny Blu-ray collection I have. Yay! And finally, last thing I did with my week is Valkyria Revolution. The long-awaited, most anticipated game we've been talking about for almost a year now, I think. Isn't that right, Bert?
Something like that.
You didn't say in the Dr. Wily voice.
No. I have no energy. I'm literally looking at you've received a gift over there on the other monitor. It's still there. It's not going away. My spirit is drained. Yeah, Valkyrie Revolution is it's a game that I'm currently playing. So you can actually watch it right now on this channel. We have part 1 up. Part 2 should be up by the time this goes up. And part 3 will be out the day after this. So, yeah. It's an ongoing thing. Me and Bert are currently playing through it. Actually, I'm playing through it, and Bert is in the backseat driving, or backseat driving right now, yelling at me what to do as I struggle to figure things out.
It's what I do best.
It's what he does best. If you've seen our Dark Souls and Until Dawn, you didn't. Well, Until Dawn, I kind of did that by myself for the most part. I only really weighed in for your opinion on what I should do in dire situations. But yeah, this is gonna be the weirdest playthrough on the channel. I can tell you that right now. It is. I will say the cut of gameplay to cutscene is heavily skewed in cutscenes. If you watch part 1, it's almost an hour long, and I only did one battle. And the battle was like less than 5 minutes.
We eventually decided we'd talk over them.
Yeah, because the first part we were kind of silent during the cutscenes because we were trying to like, okay, we'll give the game the benefit of the doubt and at least try to watch the story. But I think after an hour we both kind of tapped out and we're like, okay, well fuck it, we'll watch it, but at the same time we're not gonna particularly be quiet throughout the whole thing, because it is literally out. There can be hour periods of just cutscenes before I get to a battle. Just that much silence is. Might as well not even have us there. Might as well just be a silent playthrough. So, yeah, definitely. If you thought the first part was a little weird, we definitely get our groove going after part 2, or rather part 2 and beyond. I'd say is when we start getting our groove going with that. But yeah, it's a playthrough that we're doing right now, and our opinion of the game is pretty much as we thought it would be, or rather, what I thought it would be. Can't speak for Bert on because he's not playing it, but
yeah, it's about what I expected.
We can't. The worst part is the only good thing about the game, which is the music. I can't even hear it because I'm recording and talking over it half the time. So there's that.
Well, you have it on your channel. You can go listen to it.
I sure can, and so can you, viewers, right now on this channel. Look out for the Valkyria Revolution playthrough. It's a coming. That's the only way I can put that. Whew, that's gonna be a rough one, Bert.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, that's pretty much all I've been doing this week. That's pretty much gonna be our next few weeks too. And
oh, no. Don't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I did say we were gonna beat this one. It's kind of set in stone now, but don't hold me to it, listeners. Please don't.
I'll hold it to him.
I figured you two would. It's fine. You know what time it is, though? Now that we're done?
You want me to say it? It's time for the gaming news, folks.
Dragonball Z Fighters is adding Trunks to the roster.
Yeah!
Bert's character got added. What do you think, Bert?
I mean, it's to be expected.
Needs more Spirit Bomb Sword.
Yeah, like, the screenshot they showed is Trunks at the end of his big slice. He's on the ground with his sword behind him, kind of like he just did a big slash. And there's an explosion behind him, which is a reference to one of the movies I've never seen.
It's the Android one.
Which Android? Oh, BoJack?
It's the one that talks like a country style.
I think that one's BoJack. I think.
No, it's not BoJack.
It's not BoJack?
BoJack's something else.
Well, apparently that's going to be Trunks' super of sorts. This game, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, that is, looks like it's got a lot of love put into it. A lot of love.
Yeah. The people who are making it like the series for sure.
You can tell. Like, if you see the screenshot and the image that they based that super off of, or rather the screenshot from the movie they took it off of, yeah, almost one for one shot. So yeah, this game's gonna be great. I can't wait till they reveal the rest of the roster.
Yeah,
Trunks is not my boy.
They have to get the obvious ones out of the way first.
Yeah.
Like,
Next up, Piccolo.
They weren't gonna make the game without like Trunks or Piccolo.
Krillin, maybe. And here's the thing.
They'll be in there.
Because they said something during the interview, something along the lines of they need to make sure the characters are like, at least Goku powered. Because
no, they said they don't have to.
They don't have to?
They were saying that's why they have assists. Like some characters might be better as assists.
Oh.
So they can add characters who wouldn't be able to go toe to toe with Goku.
I was gonna say,
which is basically all the roster.
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say, Krillin is the strongest human. You should be able to, do something.
That is true. canon-wise, Krillin is the strongest human because he's the only one that keeps training. No, I guess Tien does too. He still ain't nothing compared to Krillin, though. Krillin, as much shit as Krillin gets, gotta respect that guy. Gotta respect that. You gotta respect that man for continuing to jump into these fucking awful, dangerous situations, which he knows he probably will die and never go back home to see his wife and child.
He actually has an episode in Dragon Ball Super where he gets haunted by all the people that killed him, basically.
That's a lot.
And he's trying to get over the fear, and then when he gets over the fear, he becomes even stronger.
So he became like superhuman, god humans, Krillin?
He just became stronger, that's all.
I'm trying to think. What you said? All the people that killed him. There's a lot. Let's look back real quick. Who's killed Krillin?
There was even the demon from the original Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, Tambourine, I think his name was.
Yeah, he was
the one that killed him originally. Yeah, the first Dragon Ball, first ever Krillin death.
There was King Piccolo. There was a whole bunch of.
Wait, did King Piccolo kill him?
I believe so.
I thought he fucked him up really bad. Okay, let's see. He got fucked up by Nappa. Super fucked up by Raccoon.
Yeah, he was there too.
Yeah, he got his shit kicked in there.
Well, he has to die. Frieza was there.
After Rakuma was Frieza. Frieza killed his ass.
They even had the little flashback when he gets jammed into the chest.
Oh, that too. You know, when I was a kid and I watched that during the Frieza saga back in when I was younger, and I saw that for the first time when Frieza impaled Krillin on his horn. That haunted me. That actually legit, like, that was one of those moments that stuck with me as a kid, because at that point in my young life, I had never thought of impalement as a way to die, and I was like, holy shit, that's a horrible way to go. And it was the way, I think it was the unedited version too, in which Frieza's like torturing him by like swinging him back and forth, and he's like screaming in pain, and there's like blood flying everywhere, and it hits like Gohan in the face and shit. I was like, okay, gonna go ahead and turn this off for a while, and I'm gonna go curl up in my bed and cry myself to sleep. That was brutal. Alright, enough about Krillin getting the business. There's a whole bunch of other characters that need to add. Piccolo, for one. Who else? Who else is obvious?
How about Yamcha?
For laughs, sure.
Yamcha Tien.
Yamcha Tien.
I think Yamcha gets it worse than Krillin.
Oh yeah, no. Without a doubt. Well, you think they'll add the Yamcha from the spin-off one? The one where it's like the kid reincarnated as Yamcha that actually actually becomes trained. He has to train himself to not die.
I'm sure it'd be the one everyone knows.
the one that's known for his fetal position death in the crater.
There's no way they couldn't add him.
There's no way that's not going to be in the game somehow. I'm sure that'll be like they'll work that image of Yamcha dead into the game somehow.
You know they will add the awesomeness that is Pui Pui.
Oh, for God's sakes! I'm trying to think. Do you think they'll add Who's that? Who's the devil dude that worked under Boppity?
Deborah.
Deborah, that's who it was. I forgot.
Rest in peace, Deborah.
Rest in peace, Deborah. So many characters they can add. I hope the Ginyu Force isn't added. I know. Like they usually add them. Like they were in Budokai, or at least I think 2 of them were. Raccoon and
I'm sorry. Every time when we talk about Budokai, there's someone that's just like, Tenkaichi's the best!
I may be crazy, but I have never heard anyone talk about Tenkaichi. At least not in my circle of friends. My circle of friends, no one's played those games, just Budokai.
Mr. StarCraft loves the Tenkaichi games over the regular Budokai.
That's a problem.
Yep.
What about you, Bert?
I never played the Tenkaichi, so I don't know.
Yeah. You won't like the view, Bert.
Yeah, weren't those all on the Wii, or were they everything?
PS2, I think.
PS2.
Like the first one's on PS2, and then they, I just remember when I looked at it, I was like, sweet, a new Dragon Ball Z fighting. Oh, no.
Not that style.
It's not, no, I was like, not like this. And I put it down. I was like, yeah, I'll just stick with my Budokai 3. Budokai 3 was just a fucking amazing game when that came out.
Yeah, it
Blew
was.
my ass open. I was like, guys, this game is like it's like you're actually playing the anime. Such a big improvement over the first two. Especially the first game where all you had was like one combo, punch, 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 fireball.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing time because there weren't any DBZ games that were good.
Yeah, that's true.
Here anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Then 2 kind of improved
thing.
on it. Yeah. You're right. It's just, I mean, the jump from 1... I don't know about 2. I really didn't play 2 that much. I own 1 and 3. I didn't play 2 that much. So 1 to 3 for me was just like... Dragon Ball Z Fighters will never get any better than this. And now look at us. 2017. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. It's coming. Next year. Couldn't be happier. Now, Scoots, this is the one thing last thing I want to talk about for this game.
Okay.
Now, you follow Super.
Yes.
Have they revealed the Wolf character?
Yeah. Sucks. He's a scumbag.
Fuck. Is he at least strong?
No, he has to rely on like cheap tricks.
Fuck.
Like throwing poison on people, and then he's like, "You're in my world now, bitch."
Damn it. Fuck. Is he at least scumbag popular? Like,
I mean, there's a whole bunch of wolves. There's a whole bunch of wolves.
Oh shit. Are any of them good?
The one that you see in the intro, that one, he's actually the strongest one. The other one is a scumbag that poisons Gohan or whatever, blinds him. Scumbags him. He's like, I got speed, but not enough power. Then the other one, he just dies. Majin Buu just destroys him.
Hits him with the good old pocket sand.
But yeah, that whole team is like bad.
Fuck. I was hoping I'd get one of them. I was hoping they'd be cool. Well,
Your
what was that idea? No, I mean, if they're dead, they're probably not going to.
They're not dead. They're still there. They're still there. It's just they're probably going to be the first ones to lose, and their universe is probably going to get wiped out first.
Oh, the universe of wolves? That sucks. It's the universe I want to visit. Oh,
But
well.
That universe probably going to get destroyed.
You know what else is getting destroyed? The Sonic movie, which has been delayed until 2019. Good. In fact, I want this movie to be infinitely delayed. I don't ever want it to come out.
Is it not looking like it'll be good?
Sony
What?
Pictures.
Dude, I don't watch movies. I have no idea what that means.
Sony Pictures. For anybody who watches movies, Sony Pictures, probably one of the worst studios out there right now. Are you familiar at least, Bert, with the Alvin and Chipmunks and Smurfs movies that came out recently?
Nope.
The really ugly looking ones? No?
No.
Okay, well, let's just say that their track record of doing anything live action based on a popular IP, or at least a once popular IP, is not great. And they're currently making the Emoji Movie as we speak, which will be out next month. So yeah, Sony Pictures, fuck. And it's gonna be a live action, so great. Can't wait to see fucking humans featuring Sonic.
Well, we've seen it before.
Yep. It keeps happening. The only thing that's giving me hope is that they have the Deadpool movie director on it. Hoping it's at least going to have humor in it. Hope it's self-aware if it's going to be shit. I can't take it. I can't take a bad Sonic movie, man. I can't do it. Be one of the many things that'll just add to the list of things that people talk shit about Sonic on, and I'll be like, great, I saw this one coming. Saw it coming. They couldn't have given it to somebody else like Disney. Oh well.
Maybe Disney just didn't want it.
Yeah, they're like, well, we got our own mascot. Well, to be fair, Sonic did appear in a Disney movie. He appeared in Wreck-It Ralph. So I guess that's not bad. I'll always have that. But I won't ever have Fantastic Four, which are no longer available in Marvel Heroes as of today.
I totally bought Johnny Storm. That's all that mattered to me.
It's the only Fantastic Four member that really matters.
At least to me.
This kind of ties in also with the next story, which is Marvel Capcom Infinite related. So let's just go ahead and get both of these out the way. So this all ties in with how the Fantastic Four license is being used for movies, but because Marvel doesn't have the movie rights to them, they're Disney. I think it's Disney Marvel is just throwing a fucking fit, and they're like, no. It's ambiguous at this point. Some people are saying, yeah, well, we got the rights to use it, and some people are saying, well, no, they're still telling us don't use the characters. But in this case, it was just the company Gazillion couldn't. When they were doing the licensing stuff again, they couldn't get the Fantastic Four rights for whatever reason. So, the Fantastic Four characters are gone, including the Fantastic Four related costumes. But Doctor Doom will be staying in Marvel Heroes because he is a villain that is very, very necessary to that story, apparently. So he's not going anywhere.
He's actually what starts the whole thing.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Fantastic Four. We won't be seeing you in Infinite, that's for fucking sure. Speaking of Infinite, you guys want to talk about our favorite thing about fighting games? Functions?
What's that?
Yes.
Well, as you all know, when you play a fighting game, normally when you pick a character, you say to yourself, I like this character a lot, but that character has my favorite fighting style, so I'll pick that one. That's my function. A function, Vert, is the term that was used to describe the characters in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It was a very, very bad interview, PR slip-up, I want to say.
So, like, what they were essentially saying is, oh, you like Magneto? Well, we don't have Magneto, but we got Ultron, who has Magneto stuff.
Basically.
Well,
And-
yeah, he has that function, so use him.
Yeah. His functions.
Something like that. That's, like, probably a good example.
More or less. And I guess to put it in... Bert, can you put this in, like, non-fighting game terms for some people? Because you play a lot more games than I do. What would be the best way to describe this?
Well, I guess for you, maybe this would be better. Is you like Sonic games, yeah?
Sure do.
But you have no interest in Freedom Planet, which would be the same gameplay, huh?
Yeah, functions.
But what I'm saying is, like, you prefer the character of Sonic. Like, that's you play those games to play him.
Yeah, correct. That's really good, Bert, actually.
Yeah, Freedom Planet in that point would be the function. Like, hey, you got this game over here. It's the same thing. Why don't you play it?
Yeah. It's Sonic, but without Sonic.
Exactly.
But they're the same thing. Yeah, they're functions.
But yeah, terrible.
It literally was the worst thing they could have said. And the reason it's the worst thing they could have said is because of the current controversy surrounding Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And that is the leaked roster list, which, by what we've seen from the E3 showings, is very accurate. And the list that was leaked is not very good. The characters' choices for both Marvel and Capcom are very disappointing, besides maybe 1 or 2 or 3 I could say I'm interested in. The rest are super safe or, recycled.
Exactly. You really want that Monster Hunter character.
That's the only real thing I'm probably actually going to play the game for, is the Monster Hunter character. Because that's what I've been asking for the whole time. I literally have been, since the game was conceptualized in my head, I was like, dude, what would be the best thing ever? Monster Hunter in Marvel vs. Capcom.
And you want that, not the function, right?
Exactly. It's like, here's the thing I'm imagining because as of the date of this podcast, they haven't revealed the Monster Hunter character at all, not even what it looks like. or if it's even it hasn't been officially confirmed or otherwise.
I mean, there's
I'm
Monster Hunter
imagine-
stuff in one of the stages, so
Yeah,
the Black Panther,
stage.
the Black Panther stage is combined.
Speaking
That's the
of
best
Black
looking
Panther,
stage.
That's Bert's character, but it's locked behind a paid wall.
It sure is.
it's a paid function.
It is. It's yeah, but just to finish my thought, what was I saying? What the fuck was I saying?
Hasn't been revealed yet.
Monster Hunter's been revealed. I'm imagining he's gonna play like Frank West, in a way where he switches up his style, kind of thing, where he can switch weapons on the fly. Like he'll go from like the great sword to maybe the lance.
Yeah, I mean that would be the correct way to do it.
That's how I imagine him in my head. But yeah, that's fine if you're gonna replace Frank West with a Monster Hunter. I guess I would like both, possibly, because the representation or whatever, just a wider variety of IPs. Because do we have the list of the roster as of now? It's just super safe. It's like the Marvel side is just what you'd expect: Captain America, Iron Man.
Just the Capcom side is so disappointing. It's just
that's another thing, Scoots. Just like what you said, it's disappointing. Like the Marvel side, you could be like, okay, Disney wants to push their cinematic universe stuff, so of course it's gonna be the movie characters really that get the push over like fan favorites like X-Men and Fantastic Four stuff because well, we don't make movies on it, so they're DLC now. They just push them to the DLC.
to be fair, there was only one Fantastic Four character that they liked, and it was Doctor Doom.
Yeah, shame. But the thing that could have made up for Marvel's lackluster side, because we kind of could have expected that, was Capcom's side. Because Capcom could be like, well, we can't use the characters we want on the Marvel side, but we have all the rights to most of our characters. So we can go nuts with ours to make up for the lackluster Marvel side. But nope.
They could have put Leon in the game instead of Chris.
Nope, it's Chris again.
They could have took Chris's moveset and made it the Punisher for all I care.
Yes, exactly. And the reason Bert and even Bert, who has no love for the either functions of this game, he really only liked Iron Fist, Felicia, and X-23. X-23 is immediately thrown off because X-Men.
Here's me just like, yes!
Felicia is off because, well, she's not Morgan, and we only have one Darkstalker rep. Oh, wait, no, two.
Here's me again. Jeddah. Yes!
We got Jeddah, which is actually cool. I prefer if he replaced Morgan, honestly. But whatever, she's a staple. She's staying forever.
You better make those cool sound effects.
Soulfist!
No, I mean Jeddah.
Oh. What's that one movie does where he he Rule 63 is the character? Midnight Bliss?
That's Dimitri.
Oh, fuck, oh my god, I got it mixed up in my head. There you go.
Fraud!
Huge fraud. Don't know my Darkstalkers.
Fraud.
Don't know my Darkstalkers. Huge fraud. Okay, only character I know for real is Talbane. That's the one I wanted. But whatever. Fucking Kung Fu Wolf.
Now that's 100 times better character than anything in Dragon Ball Super at the moment.
Yeah. And the Capcom side is just super disappointing. We have characters like Chris from Resident Evil. Again, almost basically recycled from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the previous Marvel vs. Capcom entry. Looks exactly the same. Nemesis, who's going to be another Resident Evil rep. Nemesis. Not Mr. X. Not a Tyrant.
Oh,
not
is
Wesker.
Nemesis on that list?
He was.
Nemesis is there. So we got Chris and Nemesis. This is just based off my memory. I don't have the list pulled up. Arthur from Ghouls and was it Ghouls and Goblins?
He was on there, yeah.
And also representing from Ghouls and Goblins, Firebrand.
Yeah.
What else you put in there though?
Because he was so not Firebrand.
Don't forget about the awesomeness that is Bionic Arm.
Yeah. New voiced Spencer. You know, everyone's favorite Capcom character. Spencer. You know. Spencer. Yeah, that reaction right there is pretty much.
Maybe if you gave him sunglasses and red hair and, you know. a green jumpsuit, then yeah, everyone would be like, "Yeah, Spencer!"
Everybody's favorite character from Capcom favorite, Bionic Commando, returning. There's really no need for that character.
But bionic arm.
Exactly. Who else? Of course, we're gonna have Ryu, Chun-Li. They have to be there. They're staples too. I can't. I'm just trying to remember based off of memory. Dante,
with
yeah.
Dante with a Jake Muller face.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that Bert said X. It's not Mega Man, it's
Yeah.
X. Zero.
Whatever.
Don't you disrespect X. It's been a long time coming.
His voice
Maybe we
is
should add
so
Rockman.
bad.
Yeah. yeah, go ahead. Go on with that. Rockman. Yeah, it's just X. Does he talk? I thought he didn't talk yet.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
He's
Please
talking
don't
about
tell me.
I'm
Zero
gonna
was
destroy you.
Is it the same voice actor from like X7?
I don't know.
want to fight anymore. Well,
I have
fine.
no idea.
It sucks because this really sucks because the way the game was initially announced. You guys remember the trailer, the first trailer, even though we all knew it was coming? The announcement? We first see Ryu fighting Iron Man. Of course, Iron Man is the new face of Marvel now because they're phasing out Wolverine, who would normally be the one fighting Ryu. So Iron Man's the face now, fighting Ryu. Then all of a sudden, here comes Captain Marvel and goddamn X. It's like X was like the first sign of, okay guys, we heard your complaints with the last game. Expect a better roster this time around. Nope. I don't know. X kind of led me to believe like they were listening, and I'm like, okay, I can expect a decent roster this time around.
Hey, at least they added Gamora, or no, not Gamora. I mean
Gamora
and Thanos.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, someone said this before. That Gamora the way she appears, that's not her. That's not her movie appearance. That's comic book appearance right there. It's weird.
Look at Thanos. That looks more of his comic book appearance.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually starting to feel like I know they're trying to push the cinematic universe stuff, but come on, man. There is no excuse for not having Wolverine on the starting roster. No excuse.
The main issue I have with this, the way they're talking about functions, is it makes it sound like they're focusing more on the pro scene again, like with Street Fighter V.
Which is weird because the game has been dumbed down. They made it 2-on-2 to make it more friendly because the 3-on-3 thing was confusing people with assists and everything.
Because when you talk about functions, you're talking to the people who are going to play this competitively, not the people who are going to buy the game and support the series. You know,
the people who are just like, oh look, there's that cool game with it's got Mega Man and Iron Man on the cover. I like those two characters. Let's play it. Versus the people who are going to pick it up because it's like, oh, the new Marvel game. Me, basically.
It just seems like they're making the Street Fighter mistake again.
The Street Fighter V mistake of, oops, we shit the bed again.
The competitive scene and not the everyone else that will actually buy the game.
Yeah.
There has to be balance.
Yeah, and to me it's not a problem if you're going to... I don't care if they dumb it down, honestly. Honestly, dumbing it down is fine. I honestly don't care. If the game's fun, which it seems like the game does play well, there's no complaints from here on the Wolfcast about the gameplay. The gameplay looks fine. It's probably more fun to play than it is to watch.
Definitely better than Chun-Li's face.
Yeah. The only thing that I have gripes about, honestly, I can even look past the graphics, which I honestly don't think the graphics are that bad.
They're not.
It depends on the stage.
I think Marvel 3 looks better than this.
I'll disagree with you on that one. I
Marvel
always
3 is a bit bright and vibrant compared to this game. This game is a little dark and gritty.
This game just looks super generic.
I have to disagree. I hated the art style for Marvel 3. I did not like it. It just looked odd. I don't know how to put it.
I didn't like the NPCs in the background. Now,
even if you didn't like that, the character models are still better.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna argue that. I could look past the graphics and everything. Like there's some stages, like the Black Panther stage with Monster Hunter. I think that stage looks good. It makes the characters pop a little bit. It's empty, granted, but that's a good looking stage compared to what we've seen so far. But yeah, I could look aside graphics and all that if the gameplay's fun. I really need that roster, especially for someone like me who loves both Marvel and Capcom. I mean, I'm not really huge into Capcom where I'm like, that guy. But I recognize a lot of them. I like a lot of them. I'm more into the Marvel side, and the Marvel side super disappointed me. Like, too safe. Just too safe. I don't know. I'm disappointed. And the way the way they phrased it, like you said, Bert, with the function thing is like, that just means that there's an excuse not to add certain characters, because why add Wolverine when Black Panther can play like Wolverine?
I hope not.
You know he's going to. He's going to have the dive kick. He's going to have Swiss cheese. Only he's going to be like, he doesn't have a catchphrase.
He's going to throw money.
Yeah, he'll throw money because he's so rich. Just with
he'll mention something for like Wakanda.
Yeah.
Something related to that. You know you will.
And from what I've heard with the story demo, because none of us have played the story demo, because none of us feel obligated or feel really the need to rush out and play this, is the writing in the story is not great.
Let us rescue Thanos, because he can reverse it all, even though he can cause more damage
than fucking Ultron.
But
Thanos
we will do it
is a million times
anyways.
worse than anything Ultron can do. Well, whatever.
But it's Ultron Sigma.
That is true.
Sigma Ultron.
Of course, the interesting characters are the DLC, like Sigma, who hasn't been in it.
Yeah, right? The ones that are new. Sigma and Black Panther are the only ones confirmed thus far, but I think the leak list showed it was... I think it's going to be Zero, right?
I think he's part of the initial roster.
Okay, he's part of the initial.
I don't think we know any of the others.
Well... Yeah, it's going to piss me off if, like, I don't know, some really cool picks are in the DLC, which there are going to be, obviously. Because that just pisses me off. Like, how are you going to do the DLC already and the game's not even out? And there are already characters I want there. Assholes. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, go on.
Especially when the roster is smaller than it has been.
Yes! Oh! I can forgive the small roster, too, if the character picks were, like... Ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, that looks interesting. You gotta have safe picks in there, sure, but, like... Too safe.
Like, the whole reason to have a smaller roster is if they were doing new characters.
Yeah.
I assume bringing over old ones from Marvel 3 and stuff would be way easier. So they could have a huge roster since they're doing that.
We can assume. Of course, we don't know. We're not developers here. We don't know the process behind how this game was made. We don't know if they're on a deadline, yada yada. Disclaimer here. We're just basing it off of what we've seen thus far and how the game is basically out in 2 months. It does seem like the game was just announced.
Yeah,
and it's like, here we go.
To be fair, none of that matters. Like, we're the consumers, the people who are going to buy these games. That's all.
That is true. So, yeah, I mean, we're just voicing our opinions here. Really, that's all this is. There's no such thing as a wrong opinion. It's just how we feel. Mm-hmm.
You think that game's going to get a delay because of Chun-Li?
No.
Because they said they were going to fix her face?
No. It'll be a patch.
Well, I'll probably just fix it. It's just a remodeling.
I mean, the game's going to be going golden. Hang on. Next month? Middle of next month? End of next month, maybe? Probably
Usually it's the artists and stuff that are done first anyway. That's why you have like DLC cosmetic stuff come out during launch and stuff. So you just work on that as the game's being finished.
Yeah. Just... like I said... I'm not really offended by the graphics. Graphics look okay. They look fine to me. Nothing really offensive. I just... Maybe my mind will change when Monster Hunter character is revealed, because I know that I'm going to main that character for sure. But... I'm... Hype is kind of gone for it, but I'm still going to play it. I think we've pretty much exhausted the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite talk now. We could go ahead and move on to the next story, which is Nidhogg 2 offers character clothing customization, because why not? So, Bert, Remember how we were complaining about Nidhogg 2 and the Meatball Homer Simpson looking characters?
Mm-hmm.
The Uncle Grandpa looking characters? Yeah. Our fears have been calmed a little bit. You know, you can add clothing to them now. Isn't that great?
It's lovely.
Yeah, you can add a little shirt, some boots, a little hat. Maybe change the
Characters
hairstyle.
look so bad.
They look awful. I'm sorry. It's just I don't like the art style. I don't like it.
So we're gonna put some sunglasses on all of them, right? So we don't have to see their eyes.
It's it's just so. Oh, I don't get it. I know this is what I know this is what the developers want. This is what I guess they originally wanted to go for. But the first Nidhogg, it's perfect. I like the stupid Atari graphics. Like, it fit. It really fit. I thought it was great. I'm speaking for myself on this one, but what about you, Bert? I don't want to be like it should be like the first game again. Granted, I know they got to upgrade the graphics and everything. It's gonna have to alter the art style, but not like this.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't 3D.
I mean, for what it is, like the art's actually like it's the like pixel art stuff is good.
Oh yeah, the backgrounds look great. The backgrounds look great.
I just don't like the characters.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The Homer Simpson, Uncle Grandpa, Meatball people. I don't know.
Even the gross looking Nidhogg, I like.
Yeah, yeah, me too. The Nidhogg looks fine. Like, it's just, I would love, like I said before, just an option to retro them, make them like the pixel people again. You could do it with this art style. I don't know. Customization is nice for your meatball person, but every time I look at them, I'm just like, I'm kind of hungry for a meatball sub. And also, I want to watch The Simpsons. Or Uncle Grandpa.
There was a strong urge to watch The Simpsons.
Every time I look at this Nidhogg too. Bert, who are we kidding? We're probably going to wind up playing it.
I don't know, man. Like, I look at things like that, it's just like, I don't want anything to do with this.
You know, Bert, eventually, if we played it long enough, we just get used to it. We get desensitized to it.
Then you scream at each other. It's like a normal fighting game.
Pretty much.
I just don't like looking at it.
I don't I don't like looking at it. It's one of those things where you like turn it around so it's not facing you. I'm sure we'll play it eventually, Bert. We're not gonna like it at first, but eventually we'll just be like, yeah, whatever. Scoots, did you ever play Nidhogg?
Yes, I played Bert.
Okay.
Nidhogg.
Oh,
when the game
how was
first
that
came out,
with the connections?
We were actually fine.
Really? Oh, maybe because you're
Yeah.
closer?
Maybe. I don't even recall.
Because when we played, we had... Well,
We had issues.
We did, but at the same time, it wasn't as bad as yours.
No. Our recording got fucked up, too. I was really mad about that.
There was
It's
a
really
lot of screaming
fun
of the
time.
D.
Yeah!
We gotta get to the D! We gotta get to the D!
Kill the other guy to get to the
I
D.
gotta get to the D. It's like, you're not gonna get to the D. I'm gonna get to the D.
That's my D.
Fuck you. Yeah, there was a lot of that. A lot of screaming of that. That's what we named the Nidhogg, was the D.
The D.
It looked like the D.
You get it. Oh, Nidhogg. Speaking of weird dragon-esque creatures, we're moving on to our next story, which is Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap is getting a pretty sweet collector's edition for PS4. The link has not gone up as of the date of this recording, but there will be a link in the description if you want to take a look at it. This collector's edition has the following items in it. I am not stalling for time. I'll take cheese on ham on rye because it's got a CD, a music CD. It's going to come in this awesome retro Master System style box. Which had the, back in the day when the Master System had like its old ugly ass American box art with checkerboard pattern. You remember that, Bert?
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. Action on the side. Besides that, you also get Still loading. It's a collector's edition. Check it out. It's really good. It's really cool. I like this game a lot. I keep singing
There's
praises
a CD,
to it.
right? Yeah.
As a CD,
Did you already say that?
I assume music CD. It's got the game in there. It's got a nice box, and it looks like it comes with a book. Don't know if it's hardback or paperback.
I have no idea what that book is.
I'm hoping it's an art book because the art style of this game is really, really beautiful to look at. I love it so.
Limited to 5,000 copies.
So if you're going to get this, I would follow Limited Run Games on Twitter. That's probably your best bet because I believe they'll tweet out when the links go live, and you're only limited to 2 orders per person. So, yeah. I'm going to be...
One?
Oh, this is the day one for me, dude. I don't know if I'm going to get 2.
You're going to get 2. There's one that's you're gonna open, there's the one that's you're not going to open. Yeah.
Well, you already have the Switch version.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
So you don't have to open it.
I get to keep this one closed. NRV.
But then again, you might want to use the features in that. You want the music CD, and you might want to listen to it. And
No, I wouldn't bust it open for that. My Open Your Heart Persona 5 box is still clenched shut. Never open.
You see what you did? You see what you did, Bert?
Got a free Morgana.
Got it. It's still in there.
What you did? You had to remind him about Persona. Look at that.
Went right back to it. My mind can't leave it, apparently.
Look at what you did, Bert.
I didn't do it. He did it.
You did it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You did it. You could have made him go, fuck! And I would have been like, yeah.
I'm just saying. If you guys are remotely interested in Wonderboy's Dragon's Trap for PS4, you can also get the you can get the regular edition right now. So go check it out. If you want that collector's edition like me, I'd follow Limited Run Games on Twitter and wait till they tweet that link out. Get your money ready. It's gonna fly. Maybe. Don't know if there's a huge demand for this game, but whatever. I'm not chancing it. Now, our next news story is something completely different. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gets an update that adds the Pikmin costume and various online fixes. Now, Scoots, you did say earlier that you wanted the Pikmin outfit, but you didn't have the kahunas to open the amiibo. I almost said amiibo. The amiibo to get the figure inside to unlock it from you.
You are correct.
I don't blame you. I have many an amiibo I refuse to open, even to this day.
If I could get another Pikmin and Olimar, I probably would do it.
It's fine.
No
one wants to play as Olimar in Mario Kart anyway, or at least his outfit.
Damn!
Yeah.
All right.
No one cares about Olimar.
I mean, I have the
I
Captain
love
Falcon
Olimar.
outfit.
I love him, but it's fine.
It's okay. I have the Captain Falcon outfit. That's
You
all
sure
I need.
do.
Thanks to you.
And the Sonic one. Oh yeah, I did give you that one, huh? I remember I gave you that Captain Falcon. Yeah, cool. That was before. That was before you found your own.
I know, and I got like 2, and I like it.
He does a cool kick, and he's got a little bar up his butt.
Yes, he does.
Get your Captain Falcon amiibos? Never, unless you go on eBay. But yeah, the online tweaks include, it says, online match players who are behind will get more catch-up items. Several glitches are like constantly spinning item wheels have been fixed, and online races will now end 30 seconds after the first place person finishes. I wasn't even aware that was a problem. Because I could swear once first place hit the finish line, maybe.
No, it lasts a bit. I remember. As long
I don't know
as you
how
can
long it
join my
lasted, but 30
races-
seconds that's a bit.
As long as you can join my races while we're playing, I'm fine with this. But if I can't, it still sucks.
Well, there's no mention of it here, but maybe.
Sucks.
Well, we can't get everything that we want.
we can't test this out too because I still have to buy this game for you.
That is true.
Digital.
I mean, I could return the Street Fighter Cross deck, and you could use that money to get it.
That is not gonna get you shit. That's gonna stay on your list.
I'm not clicking accept, by the way. It's still there.
It's gonna be there.
I don't have to accept it.
It's gonna be there forever, staring at you. You don't even have to accept it. You can just go into your inventory all the time. You'll see like that game right there, and you be like,
I hate it. I hate it so.
Until you finally accept it and give in and be like, I don't want to see it in my inventory.
This is bullshit. It's the worst.
You take that $5.99, you love it.
I don't want the fly.
I could have got you the $15 edition with all the DLC, all the gems, all the characters, all the costumes.
God damn.
But I was being nice.
I hate that game so much. Words can't describe how much I hate it. Oh.
It's not like me and Bert ever really used the gems anyways. Bert just kind of beats me with Jury, and then it stops.
I'll use all the gems.
Yeah, because Bert's a fucking cheater.
It's gonna be great. You play it, Justin.
I'm not playing it.
All I mentioned was Jury, and then Bert has like a boner already. Great.
He does like Jury.
Put on your red gems, and your characters will be all red like.
I don't.
Only if I get to be Ogre with his Gil outfit, with the like brightest, obnoxious colors on the
the neon stage.
The truck stage, yeah.
Didn't you like that version of the truck stage?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all like that. Yeah.
There you go.
It was the stupid Street Fighter 4 version where it added stupid music that didn't fit the stage. That got worse. I know what the ending theme of the podcast is probably going to be now.
No.
Don't worry. It might happen. You know what else is going to happen? It's going to be a lot of salty people September 29th when the SNES Classic Edition launches for $79. It includes a never-before release Star Fox 2.
So I'm going to go into like a random store and probably do the Ed. You're running on some time, borrowed time or whatever. His little V trigger, and then it's just gonna shoot like a purple energy wave, and then I'm just gonna dash it into a super into people, where he does that little shank punch over and over and over again, and then he does that whole like the Steve Fox where he just punches you in like a 360 motion. At the very end, uppercuts you,
and then holds his fist up.
Yeah.
As the person comes colliding back to the ground
while showing his muscles at you.
Exactly. This is bullshit. That's all I'm going to say about this.
Well, why is that?
Because, Bert, the SNES was the first Nintendo system I ever owned. I still have mine. It still works.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I have Super Mario World. I have F-Zero. I have Turtles in Time. And I also have Donkey Kong Country 2. My 4 favorite SNES games. I was never, ever able to get Earthbound, etc., and all these other games. But... you know, I kind of do want this one. Like, the NES Classic, I was like, well, I'll get it. Maybe I'll scalp it, whatever. But this one, I actually kind of want this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because, get this. The games for it include... hang on. Let me just... That's good, H2O. The list is... Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Donkey Kong Country. Earthbound. Final Fantasy III, F-Zero, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, unlocked by completing the first level of the original Star Fox, Super Street Fighter Turbo 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Goblins, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars, Super Mario World, Super Punch-Out, Super Metroid, Yoshi's Island.
Those are a lot of good games.
It's a lot of good games on that system.
There's a lot of good games that you will play on that system.
There are a lot of good games I would play on that system.
And maybe you would actually play Super Metroid and beat it.
Maybe. You know, a lot of these games would also be pretty good to have on the fucking eShop on my Switch.
Yeah, they delayed that to 2018. Sorry.
They sure did. They sure did, those mother freakers. just looking at this list, I'm like, if I had these games physically, I wouldn't be as salty, but I don't. So I want it.
Oh, that reminds me about Nintendo. Okay, you know when I bought that Guardian amiibo, right? Brian was salty the whole day. And what solidified his saltiness was he got a Twitter message from Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it shows Zelda amiibos, and he's like, "Get yours." It was like, "Don't go alone. Get yours today." And it shows like all the Zelda amiibo, and then he looks at that and he's all like, "Oh, my soul."
That's that good old. You know what he's feeling right there, Scoots?
What's that?
That's that good old Nintendo feeling.
Then he's all like, "That is evil, Nintendo." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, what's really evil is the fact that they only gave GameStop only one Guardian amiibo, not two, just one. That was their shipment. One.
It's kind of bullshit. Nintendo's been doing this. I mean, this is. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, we have been going for a while. You already know that. At least I have a very low opinion of Nintendo and their practices here. I can't speak for you two.
Oh, their practices are horrible.
What say you, Bert?
I have no opinion.
And it relates to the Japanese market.
Oh, you see that? You hear that, Scoots? He has no opinion.
He's trying to like play it smart. He's like, I don't want to piss people off.
He doesn't want to burn bridges in case Nintendo ever sends him a Super Nintendo Classic Care package.
He's hiding under his bridge.
Fear. Well played, Bert. See, we're doing the good cop, bad cop thing where both of us get super pissed at Nintendo, and he sits there and acts quiet. They're like, man, that other guy must be a Nintendo.
I'm neutral with them because they produce some good content. It's just the business practice is like really bad, and part of it is it relates with the Japanese market because all their stuff relates directly towards the Japanese market. Like everything the Japanese market does, that depends on if we actually get a good shipment.
Yeah, he's not wrong. That does usually tie in sometimes.
I know because I was talking to a vendor guy who does like Nintendo stuff for like stores, and then we were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, the U.S. branch doesn't really determine the amount of shipments.
Oh, you know if they could, they would try to get a lot more in.
Otherwise, they would have just abused the crap out of that, and probably everyone would have a Switch in their hands.
That is true. It's weird because I was gonna say it's weird because about a month or two ago, there were countless Switches everywhere. And all of a sudden, like about, I'd say a month ago, they were gone. I haven't seen them since.
To this day, there's a guy that works at the distribution center for the store I work at.
Mm-hmm.
He'll keep asking me if they get Switches in the store.
That's
I'm
sad.
like, nope.
That's sad.
Nope. I'll keep, I actually saved the nope button. And every time whenever he says it, I just press the nope button.
That makes me sad to hear that someone can't get something they want because the company's being shitty about it.
I also have a yes button, but that's never been touched.
It's actually dusty.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, almost as sad as Star Fox 2 being on this.
It took this long for it to be released.
Officially, I guess.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'll play my emulator.
It's been out there for a while.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, this thing that they're selling is just an emulator.
Yeah, you're buying an official emulator.
I don't know how I feel about this. Very uncomfortable. Wooden gun. That's me right now.
You know what you could do is get a Raspberry Pi, right?
We at the Monday Night Wolfcast do not endorse emulators.
I do.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with emulators. It's the software you gotta worry about.
You see this, Nintendo? Look at what you've done. Look at
you've
what
made Bert cross to the dark side. Well, Bert, I mean, if you have an emulator, obviously, what are you got to be using it for?
This is what happens when
All
your
I'm
supply
saying
and
is the
demand is.
emulators aren't illegal. So if you're pirating the software, it is.
Well, yeah.
Not if you physically own the game like me.
I mean, it still is. You have to rip it yourself.
Oh, fuck off.
You're the one who's over there complaining about it.
I'm just calling it as I see it, Bert. It's bullshit is what it is. Because as of now, you literally will probably never see this product. Because of the whole, I mean, the hype behind the classic NES Mini. Going into this, now the casual public is aware of this thing.
It's okay. I have my email notifications to tell me when to pre-order this game.
By the time they even process the email to send you that it goes up live, it's gonna be gone.
I know. It will be gone in like 30 seconds. I'm gonna say 30 seconds because a minute doesn't even happen with that stuff.
Nope. In fact, I'm gonna bet my balls right now that as we speak right now, recording this podcast, the day of July 3rd, that the link has gone up as we did the podcast and gone already.
Probably.
It's just gone, and we're gonna be like,
they don't let people know about it. It just happens in the brief flash second.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, by the way, here it is, and it's like, oh, it's gone. This is ridiculous. This shit has been going on forever, and I remember the only time I've ever done with this bullshit is when I was trying to get my fucking King DDD amiibos way back when we were trying to get NES and DDD amiibos, we had to stand in line at the store because I was already there, and I was like, well, fuck it, let me pre-order it. It took like 30 minutes because all the GameStops in the United States were trying to put pre-orders in the system, and the system kept crashing.
That sounds right.
I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid.
It reminds me, I also got a Palutena and a Villager amiibo.
Nice.
But yes.
I felt really bad because the people behind me were like, is it down? Is it down? I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
It's down.
The system is down. The system is down.
Yep. Super NES Classic coming to a store that you can't ever buy near you. Scoots, actually, will you be trying to get this actually on September 29th? That sigh sounds like a no. Maybe?
I work the day when it releases at midnight.
Well, yeah, that's great. You'll be in the store.
And knowing what happened last time with the NES, there was a group of people, and then they're like, "Yeah, we only have like 2 NES classics," and then everyone's like, "It's mine, mine!" And then they start pushing each other. It's like, "This is mine," and then the other guy's like, "No, mine!" And they're like, "Argh!" And then the store manager the assistant manager was trying to stop them, and then they got all mad at her. He's like, "No, I was here first."
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare situation for a store that's open 24/7.
And that's, yeah. Knowing this, there's going to be like, I'm going to say a group of like maybe 10 people. Just a rough estimate, 10 people. They're going to be right there waiting, camping, eating the Doritos, whatever the freak fat nerds eat.
Screaming into their mics.
Licking that, case. It's like, I must get it. I must get it. Just to realize that, we don't keep them in the shelves, and we keep them in the back, in a box,
for
on
safety.
an L cart. Then we wheel out the L cart in the box, and then all the nerds they super boo that thing. They play the super boo theme.
I am curious. Bert. What do you think of the Super Nintendo? You haven't said anything on it.
I think it's fine.
He was a Genesis man.
No, I definitely was not.
Mm-hmm.
There you were. What are you talking about?
I like the SNES.
What do you think of the games on this thing?
I mean, the only major one I can think of would be Chrono Trigger.
Oh, that's
Was
on
it
there?
on there?
That's missing, I meant.
Oh, okay. I thought I was about to I look at whoa.
Oh, I'm gonna be like,
No,
what?
like
When
that-
did this happen?
Like, Secret of Mana's cool. Final Fantasy's already, that's fine.
Earthbound.
That's the best one, though. That's the best Final Fantasy.
It's cool that
Earthbound.
Star Fox 2 is getting an official release.
Mm-hmm. Earthbound.
Mario RPG is cool.
Earthbound.
Super Metroid's cool.
Earthbound.
Can do without Yoshi's
Oh, that
Island.
reminds me. You know
Mother
that's
2.
actually removed from the Japanese one, right?
Which one?
Earthbound.
Of course,
Or
it's called
Mother
Mother
2.
2 there.
Yeah, Mother 2's it doesn't exist on their
Well,
SNES Classic.
It's not like it was super. It's not super rare there for them, like it was for us.
Yeah. They have Mother 3 after all.
They've
They've already got the leg up on us, yeah.
Yeah, Zelda's cool, obviously, and yeah, that's a good list.
It's a pretty damn good list. It is missing Turtles in Time, but
That's not Konami, is it?
that's Konami.
I guess they have Castlevania,
Fuck.
Yep.
Konami.
so I guess they could have added it. But yeah, didn't the NES have 30 games? This has 21 ish.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds about right. This says
Well, I think it's
this
22.
one is 21.
Yeah, it's 20 plus one because that's for
Yeah.
Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 21.
Comes with 2 controllers though. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's really nice.
Hopefully the controller cords are longer this time.
Oh my god, speaking of that, we we still have NES Classic accessories around. Just all these
Yeah.
accessories. There
So
were
we-
more accessories than there were NES Classics in the wild.
I know.
It's hilarious.
here.
It's just like, well, great. These accessories exist for a product you can no longer buy.
Because Nintendo was silly.
I could imagine the third-party people who made the accessories are like, yeah, we'll just keep making these. We'll just put it. We'll put out about 20 per store. All of a
didn't
sudden,
even
each
last
store
for,
got
like-
5.
I was gonna say it didn't even last for 6 months.
Nope. That's what I bet the third-party people were pissed. They were like, what the fuck? They didn't even, we put out 20 per store, and they only
Yeah,
shipped out 5 per store. Now there's
Poor
like
Mad
15
Cats.
accessories lingering that no one ever bought.
Should be thankful Mad Cats didn't have a hand at that, because that would really screw them over.
Oh yeah. It's a good thing Guitar Hero killed them first.
Freaking Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Actually, it was Rock Band, but okay.
Oh, sure.
Same,
Yeah.
same thing.
Same thing, yeah. So we just pissed off some Rock Band / Guitar Hero fan. They're not the same.
I could have said DJ Hero just to really piss people off, but
That was a fun game while it lasted. I would say that. Yeah, well, that's the Super SNES, the Super SNES. Yeah, I said it. Super SNES. Super NES. That's that situation. Anybody else want to weigh in on that?
Hopefully people can get them if they want them.
Nintendo did say they're gonna try to. Oh, who are we kidding?
They also
Ah,
said it's only limited this year, so
Oh, Nintendo. You're breaking my heart.
Stop doing this.
Stop it.
maybe this is why Switches are hard to find. They had to make these.
Yeah, that's the reason. I don't. It's fine. It's fine. I haven't said I'm not gonna get it, but that's how it's gonna be. I guess I'll just have to look into getting some pie, if you know what I mean. It's time for the other news.
Swinging Rainbow Show Special!
There is no other news. Except for one thing that I thought I'd mention. Did you guys
What's
know that, are you guys aware that My Little Pony is getting a movie this year?
Oh God.
I'm not aware of anything.
Is this the one where they become human?
No, that was a whole nother monster. that was a year or two ago.
I know how much you love that.
I sure do. I love my high school antics, I do. Oof. Just something I thought I'd briefly mention for other news, so that section sticks around so we don't eventually cancel it out because there's nothing been in there for a while. Oof. Well, now that we got that news out the way, it's time to move on to my favorite part of the podcast, and that is the Q&A session. We got a lot of questions in this week, actually. Thanks, everyone, for sending the questions in. As always, if you guys would like to send in questions for us, either individually or as a group, you can leave a question below in the comments section, or you can send them to mondaynightwolfcast@gmail.com. That is mondaynightwolfcast@gmail.com, and we will answer them in the next podcast, as long as they are appropriate. For the most part, I've let everything through. I have not been a filter at all. I've been a terrible filter. But our first question comes in from who else but Jin the Wolf. Happy 4th if you are in the States, which I don't think you are because apparently you got blocked out from the last podcast. That's fine. He writes, and this is for the last podcast. This podcast was really beefy, and I was quite all right with it because it was E3 recap. I can't talk right now. I almost didn't get a chance to watch this one because of the Sony music warning on the video, and I definitely don't mind if the Nyack cast becomes a thing you do randomly. Hear that, boys? You doesn't mind another Black Nyack cast.
Maybe once a year.
I love cornbread.
Yeah, maybe once a year. It'll be like we'll break it in every.
Or maybe a podcast that's not 4 hours long.
That's
I was gonna say we can make it an E3 tradition to do it
Nope.
every E3.
That's too much Black Nyack.
Maybe we should just do some Tekken 7 or something.
Oh no.
That'd be way too distracting.
Yeah, way too distracted. Black Neck is we can kind of idle ourselves in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Finishing off.
There'll be a lot of anger. With Tekken.
Angry reading of the stories. Nintendo just said they launched the Wii U. Goddammit. But anyway, he also wrote, "I had this on as a screensaver while watching TV and drawing. All I can say is, what the fuck, guys." He
That's
wrote.
all I can say.
Yeah, well, again, Bert, your ideas. So you've been getting us into a lot of great ideas lately. The Black Nyack cast, Valkyrie Revolution. You're on a roll.
I know, right?
Don't
I
stop.
still don't remember how it was my fault, but okay.
What, the Valkyrie Revolution or Black Nyack?
Black Nyack.
You're one that's like, you know what we should do? We should do Black Nyack.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, Bert? Because I'm stupid, I was like, I'll humor you. And then 2 weeks later, boom, out came a podcast of the Black Nyack cast. Big mistake.
We
all
all
right.
make mistakes, though.
Yeah, I've made one. His question. Okay. Yeah, well, Bubsy is back. Somehow I blame the Sonic community for making the jokes about the Sonic Forces silhouette. We caused this. Anyway, speaking of mascots, what are the mascots of an old school platformer would you like to see get another chance at life? That's
Croc.
a good question. What?
Croc.
Really? Croc?
I don't know.
That's such
What's
a
next?
that is a
What's next?
fucking like that's an F tier
Okay.
rate mascot.
Okay, if you say Croc, I say Gex.
No,
Those are the two I could think of.
he's more relevant than Croc, I'll tell you that.
Anyone even play Croc?
No, that's the thing. No one knows who Croc is
no,
except
I have
you.
the idea. I gave the wrong answer.
Oh, you can't take it back now. What's your other answer?
Bug.
Oh, you mother freaker. I should have seen that coming. No, you know what? I'm going to double down on what Bert said. Speaking of failed mascots, I will go with Wild Woody.
Wake up, pal. You and me got work to do. Whoa, big fella. You got a name, Leadhead? Call me Woody. Wild Woody.
What's Wild Woody?
Oh.
Is that safe to Google, first of all?
No. No, well, yeah, it's fine. I mean, your results may vary because the term
Is he
has
a
changed
pencil?
over the years. He's a pencil. You see that Nightmare Fuel? I want that back.
do.
I want it back. That was on the Sega CD. But realistically, not counting Wild Woody, A platformer. I'd say Dynamite Heady would be good. That's one of my favorite Genesis games of all time. And I would really like to see a sequel to that, even though like Treasure said they don't like doing sequels that much. So that's fine. I really love Dynamite Heady. That was one of my favorite games. I'd like to see the return of Maruyama. You know, the one my Palico is named after in Monster Hunter.
Yes, I've only seen you play that game once, so that's the only time I've ever seen it.
It's a really fucking good game. What about you, Scoots?
What?
We have Croc, Wild Woody,
I said
said
yes.
Bug, Bug,
I
and
think
Hetty
Bug
on the
would be the best.
table.
Bug's so good.
You're
I don't-
really too late.
Did he have a name? Or was it
Bug.
I also
If
like
it's-
Tomba, but I don't think.
Oh
that's ever-
wow, yeah, that's niche too. Wow, I forgot about that one.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
He has a Wikipedia page.
Tomba?
Bug.
Oh god, it's with the freaking. I want the answer right here, right now. Why Bug? Why? What
Because
caused
he was
this?
going,
What prompted
he was gonna
this?
be the mascot for the Saturn.
Nice was.
No, it says right
Yes.
here he's gonna be the possible thing for the Saturn.
Yeah, well, guess who actually became the mascot for the Saturn Knights?
Well, that I would have much rather had Bug.
Would you?
Yes, Knights is a garbage game for garbage people.
It says the person who's vouching for Bug, which no one liked.
I don't know what you're
Knights
talking
at least has a following. Ain't no one clamoring for a Bug 3.
about. Yeah, everyone knows about Bug too.
Yeah, no one even knew a Bug 2 came out. Jeez, man. So, yeah. Actually, I'd say Spyro too, but I think he's gonna get his due after Crash has had his Insanity collection. Can't wait for the Spyro Ripto collection, I guess.
I could see Spyro.
I love Spyro.
Would you
Wait, why-
consider Mega Man a
Probably not.
platformer?
It's a platformer, shooty, action platformer, I'd say.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
I mean, he's had semi-recent ones.
Yeah.
yeah, I was
Number
at 9
nine.
and 10.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I changed my answer to Beck. I think he deserves another chance.
Isn't he in like Gunvolt now or something?
Yeah, he is.
It's called Mighty Gun Vault.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Well, I mean, the company, what was it, level 5 or whatever, got Concept, so now they own the rights to the greatest series of all time, Mighty Number 9. Some company bought Concept. I don't know if it was level 5. Might have been. That's a story for another time. Yikes. Yeah, those are our answers. Hopefully you liked our answers there. Wild Woody needs a comeback. Our next question comes from Gabe, who writes, what do you guys think of the Sony MCU debacle? Will Sony be the cause of MCU destruction? That's all I got tonight. Well, Bert, remember when I told you Sony's the worst? There you go. There's proof.
Well, what is this all about even? Like, I don't follow movies, obviously.
Well, I've briefly mentioned this, but just to keep it short, remember I told you Spider-Man had a thing where they tried to do a cinematic universe off of Spider-Man, but they failed really bad?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they killed one of the most profitable franchises of all time because their movies were garbage.
But he's
So-
back in the MCU now, yeah?
Kinda. They cut a deal with Marvel to use him in MCU movies and to have MCU characters appear in Spider-Man movies from here on in. The deal was Marvel makes the movie for them. Sony gets the money off the movie, but Marvel gets the merchandising profits, like the toys and all that, off the movie. So what the question is referring to is Sony after Homecoming is coming out this week. Yeah, it's coming out this week. They announced that, hey, Spider-Man Homecoming is not the only Spider-Man thing we have planned. We now have a Venom movie. and a Black Cat movie, and a Silver Sable movie. These are all Spider-Man related characters, by the way.
Sure is.
They're going to make solo movies based on the characters without Spider-Man in them. I don't know how to best describe it, but it'd be like making, I don't know, a Halo movie without Master Chief.
I mean,
Which I guess you could do that. I guess I mean that's something. I guess it'd have to be something focused on the character. Like
they're trying to get away from the Master Chief thing.
It's like a
But yes.
yeah. It's just they're basically Sony's doing it again. They're fucking their shit up again. Where it's like Marvel literally just fixed Spider-Man for you guys, and now you guys are already announcing that you're doing this thing where you're about to screw everything up again. So great. Honestly, I guess that's my thoughts. Good job, Sony. You literally prove why you're the worst movie studio, and why you guys had to cut the deal with Marvel in the first place, because you guys fucked it up. Good job.
Maybe they're trying to get these characters popular, so Marvel want them back.
Bert, the way they did it's like they made Spider-Man not profitable. Like, Spider-Man, it's the #1 superhero in the world. How do you do that? I don't know. That's pretty much my answer for that one. Unless, Scoots, you wanted to weigh in on that too?
No, I'm pretty much the same way.
Yeah. Who's gonna watch a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie? No one even knows who those are.
Bert knows. Bert wants Black Cat.
Bert wants Black Cat.
I don't know.
Silver Sable.
Would you watch a Black Cat movie?
I don't know what that is.
She's Catwoman. Marvel Catwoman.
That's what I said.
It's
I told
the
you about
exact
that?
character.
That's the character you probably would want in Marvel Infinite. That will never
Black Cat.
happen. It'll never happen.
Oh, I had her in that PC game, whatever it's called. Marvel
Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, see, you'd watch a Black Cat movie.
No, I wouldn't.
You
I'm
watch
watching
a
the
freaking Halle Berry Catwoman.
Nope, still never seen that.
What? Oh, we're watching that. Then we'll watch the Black Cat movie. All right. Hopefully that answers your question, Gabe. Our next question is from Corey Fan, who writes, If you could, what thing would you erase from existence? Okay, so let me correct that. Did you mean if you could, what would you erase from existence?
Pops.
Of course we would say that.
The salt is real with this man. Pop figures, huh? Okay. What about you, Scoots?
What's that? Erasing.
What would you erase from existence?
This is a good question.
That's a good question.
What
Could
would
have
I
an answer like poverty or something, but just pop figures.
Yeah. Bert wouldn't try to cure, like war.
Here,
Or
I erase disease from existence.
Yeah, right. Like, look at Scoots being selfless again.
Selfless, as I'm
Selfless.
gifting you more Street Fighter Cross Tekken stuff.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what
still
you're gonna
sitting
say?
there.
You know what you're gonna say? You're gonna say Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
That's a good answer, but no, there's so many more things I hate. I
have
could get
one
rid of
that-
anything. What would I get rid of in existence? Wow. This is hard. I feel like this answer has a heavy consequence to what happens to me in the future. Because I know it's going to come back to get me eventually. I know this is rough. Bert, your answer with Pops is pretty good, though. I'll give you that.
Fidget spinners. I want that erased. That's so
You don't
dumb.
like fidget spinners?
So dumb. That's right, Brian. So dumb.
But he has one?
You could say, yeah, he does.
I mean, they're everywhere.
I mean, he does it in a mocking way, but he
Hey,
never shuts up about it. So now, guess what?
we don't toy shame here. Except Bert, who hates Funko Pops because he's a loser.
You know what a fidget spinner is, right, Bert?
Yeah.
Okay, not that hopeless. I mean, Tin Man here, for some reason, calls it a Gidget spinner, but it's a fidget spinner.
It's gadgety to me.
Ugh. That is what I want wiped from existence.
God, this is... I don't know, the drivers in Louisiana?
But what if you move? Who cares?
Well, I'm dealing with them now. Every day it's almost an accident. Alright. Realistically? Probably Sony.
God damn,
You
all
wouldn't-
right.
Okay.
Yeah, then Sega could still be around.
But Monster Hunter probably wouldn't be around.
No, Capcom would still exist. They might have put Monster Hunter on Sega.
I see.
Yeah. See, if without Sony, there would be no PlayStation. No PlayStation means no big system to come between Sega and Nintendo. Sega and Nintendo to continue to feud. Sega doesn't fuck up because they're trying to catch up with PlayStation. And boom, everything's good again. Oh, and also no Sony fucking animation or Sony movie studios to fuck up everything too and give us the Emoji Movie coming out next month.
They're responsible for that?
Yeah, Sony Pictures, the guys behind the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, those awful Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, the Smurfs, the every terrible movie, every terrible animated movie, every terrible movie you can probably think of came from Sony.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Freaking Emoji Movie? What? Who asked for that?
I mean, it's not long till the fidget spinner movie comes out, so
As long as you do some sick tricks and have like LEDs on those things, then they're acceptable. But no.
yeah. I even think Sony did the Angry Bird movie. I could be wrong. Whatever. They're also doing the Sonic movie. Oh. So yeah, that's my answer, Sony. What were you arguing about there, Bert? You sounded like you wanted to stop me from making that wish, but it's too late.
That seems like it could have big consequences.
What
Yeah,
else? What else have they
no,
done?
Sony
It's not like they've
TV.
done anything else important, like the Walkman.
There's TVs.
Or the Blu-ray. Yeah.
Sony Ericsson phone.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
like
worry
you
about
want-
it.
You want to get rid of like the company that won because they were better to get the underdog, so we'd have more stuff. It's like what?
No, Sega was ahead of their time. Too ahead of their time. That's why they
sure
died.
were.
Yeah.
You're like, no, let's get rid of the leaders so that this underdog can have this crappy stuff come.
Well, think about it this way. I could have said Nintendo, but I wouldn't mean it.
They're off in their own world. I don't think it would change anything.
I mean, at first. I mean, I can't wish Nintendo away, because if they didn't have Nintendo, we wouldn't be podcasting right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be talking shit about their business practices.
We wouldn't be talking about games in general, because Nintendo saved the gaming industry back in the day.
Exactly.
So I can't wish them away.
We could talk about Konami, though. I mean, fuck Konami.
We could wish Konami. No, wait, we wouldn't get all the cool
No.
Konami games
You wouldn't
until
have
they
the
fucked
Metal
up.
Gear, you wouldn't have the Castlevanias.
Wasp. I wish Wasp out of existence. I hate those things. They
I hate
serve no
mosquitoes.
purpose and they're fucking assholes. They're
I hate
all over the
mosquitoes.
place.
Mosquitoes are also pests.
I think they serve a purpose. For something.
Whatever.
I'm sure
fucking hate
Wasp
that.
served one also.
Yeah. No. They just fucking sting you for no reason. They chase you
sting
down.
for a reason.
No, they don't. They chase you down for no reason, especially like hornets and shit. Fuck those guys. I hate them. Anyway. Next question. Vert.
What's up?
Yeah, you should probably answer this.
How can women be embarrassed in a bra and panties but wear bikinis? Asked Destiny.
Why is that directed towards me?
I figure you... I just... no reason.
I figure
No
you would
reason.
have the most experience out of all this.
I wasn't
What?
gonna say that, but...
Oh, I said it.
You said it, not me.
I said it. I'm gonna go back in my corner now.
I'll answer this. I don't know if this is a really difficult question to answer.
Considering we've probably never been in that position.
Yeah, I mean, unless one of us wants to come clean right now.
Essentially, they are kind of the same, unless the swimsuit is a one piece. Then it's like,
Well, I mean, I'd imagine there's a huge difference between a Victoria's Secret, like, undergarment set versus a bikini. Depends on the bikini too. Sling bikini, 2-piece bikini.
you just want the thong.
Kind of like it.
It could
I don't
also
know.
be a mind thing. Like if you're putting on a bikini, you're going out in the public. Yeah.
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 Well. Actually, Bert, you bring up a good point because think about it this way: for a guy to be out in his boxers, that's embarrassing. But a swimsuit, or rather, swim trunks, are
It's
just
a
longer versions of
psychological thing.
boxers.
I think it's more of a mind thing. Like you don't, if you're wearing your underwear, like you're not in the mindset to be like seen in that.
I'm naked, basically. You're in that
Like,
mindset.
If you put on a bikini, you have a conscious decision that you're going out in public like that.
I guess, yeah, that would be the best way to put it. Because if you stroll up on the beach, like in your boxers, I don't know. I don't think
I
anybody's
mean,
ever
it's
done it.
different. I think it's probably different for guys since like our swim trunks.
Oh
are
yeah, no,
more-
of course. But I mean,
or
some
less
guys are more
revealing.
self-conscious,
Oh, sure.
So I mean, like you wouldn't run up in a banana hammock, Bert, on a beach, unless you're that confident. Are you that confident?
No.
Okay. I at least you're honest. I wanted to make sure. Like, yeah, no, for sure. Because it's probably in the mind. That and there's something more, I guess, more. I don't want to use the word lewd.
I mean,
but
if
there's
you're the
something a
only
little
person-
more risque about undergarments compared to a bikini.
Yeah, for sure. But also, if you're the only person in like your underwear, then that's obviously embarrassing. But if you're going out to a beach or something, everyone's dressed the same.
That's true. Everybody's buck ass naked.
It's not like
Basically.
you're the center of attention. type of thing.
Psychological thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with.
It's that weird thing of like how people have nightmares in which they're in their underwear in school, which has never happened to me before.
Oh no! I'm in my underwear in school.
How
Oh,
embarrassing. They never say,
How
oh no, I'm in a
embarrassing.
bikini at school. So yeah, I think Bert pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. Good answer. For a different question. Thanks, Destiny. Our next question comes from Gerard Steeltype, or is it Jared Steeltype? You make the call. If you ever wanted a game
Jared
fully
Steeltype.
remastered, what would it be?
I'm trying to think of some like the first Xenogears was unfinished.
Yes,
This too.
that is definitely the game. Yeah, you read about that, right?
Well, yeah, but even if you played it back in the day, it was like a text adventure at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that would be nice, just so they could like fully realize their vision. But personally, even though it doesn't really need one, I'd obviously say Nier, the first one.
Yeah, you would.
But I mean that's a game from
You
the last
love
generation.
that game.
Doesn't exactly need to be remastered.
You really love that game.
I do.
This is well documented.
It's too bad you can't convince other people.
A remaster might though.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong on that one. I'll stick with what I said last time. I think we answered this before. No.
Uh-huh.
A togi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
super
did, you did
niche.
answer that.
I don't know if you'd
Yeah.
want one remastered, but you'd want a new one, yeah?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let me change my answer then. Cuz a new one would just whatever, just fuck it. Why even remaster?
Well, I
You know
guess
what I want?
if you're thinking remastering, that's kind of redoing it too, also. So,
Yeah, it would be kind of a new game. It's like
And I
next
think
gen.
I think I answered this too. I think I said the Breath of Fire series in general.
Yeah, maybe we have answered this question before.
I think we answered what series do we want to come back or something?
Yeah. it was
Yeah,
one series
yeah,
that
okay.
was
And I think
But,
we changed
like,
it to a remaster.
If it was like a specific game, Breath of Fire 2. because that wasn't like its localization was pretty bad. It's a really great game too. It has that whole concept that Xenogears had too, fighting God, understanding existence, that type of thing.
I
guess
don't
it's
know.
more like Xeno games in general.
I know. I got it. Brave
What?
Fencer Musashi.
Not the other one?
No.
What if they could remaster the second one though, so it'd be
I
better?
don't care. I want Brave Fencer Musashi.
In that style?
No. I want it. Oh, I could just imagine. Actually, I don't think a remaster would be good. I could already see it in my mind's eye. They'd fuck it up. But if it was optimal, if I assume the studio is competent, Brave Fencer Musashi. For sure. Hands down. That's my number one answer. Brave Fencer Musashi. There has never been a game like that before. And there still won't ever be.
Sequel.
Which had little to do with that game and none of the
It
charm.
made it better.
It sure did. You played it yourself and you saw the garbage it was. With with the world glitching out and everything.
Yeah, well,
Mm-hmm.
technical difficulties and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It's a shame your PS2 couldn't handle it. What about you? Oh yeah, you already said yours. You said Nier. I say Brave Fencer Musashi. Scoot said
I said Breath of
Dragon.
Fire.
Oh,
I said Breath of Fire too.
I thought you said Dragon's Quest 2. Never mind.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say Dragon Quarter. Real talk here. I was about to say no. Get out of here with that.
I don't even know what that game is.
It's
That's a you and Bert joke. You and Bert do that. That's your back and forths. I don't know what a Dragon Quarter is. So that's is it? Because it doesn't sound like Scoots likes it very much.
Ugh.
Thanks, Jared.
I
Steel
was
type.
I was gonna say a realistic answer though was Final Fantasy VI.
I was gonna say I thought you were about to say Final Fantasy 7.
Don't you dare say it, Bert. Don't you
Okay.
freaking dare say it. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, "How about that phone version?"
Hey, it's on
And-
Steam also.
No, I have that game, but don't you dare say it.
Pretty good.
Bullshit.
That sounds great because that sounds like it might have been from the era before smartphones.
Oh
Hey,
no, it's recent.
Oh really?
it was the art style's so bad. It's so bad. You should see it because we were talking about how things look like it came out of Flash.
Uh-huh.
Well, go look at the character models for that game. You know what? I'll let you look at it right now. Look at it on Steam right now. Type in Final Fantasy VI. Look at the characters.
All right, you two stall for time while I look this thing up.
Yeah, Bert. Stall for time. Tell me how awful Dragon Quarter is. We might as well go with that right now.
It's not awful though.
It's awful.
Why is it awful?
It went from turn-based RPG to strategy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But there's
no.
only 3 characters. There's only
Oh,
3
no.
characters.
Yeah, but one of them's a cat.
You only control 3 characters. That is
Cat.
unacceptable for strategy RPG.
Well,
Okay.
you gotta work with the limitations.
Guys,
Huh?
I don't mean to interrupt. Thanks for stalling for time, by the way. Is it regular Final Fantasy 6?
Yeah, it's just Final Fantasy 6.
And you see how awesome
I
the,
see it.
the Photoshop
Why does it look like?
Flash bullshit.
No,
It-
this is
it looks like-
that's
it
an
looks like-
insult
it
to
looks like-
Flash.
It looks like a
That-
steamy hot pile of garbage the way the art is, right? Yeah.
It's an insult to Flash to say that. This looks
Yeah.
like someone took
It's
the
hard for me to
sprites.
play it. It's hard for me to play it. I'll admit this right now. I love the game, but like when I first played the very beginning of it, it was really hard for me to play it.
You see the last screenshot, Justin?
I'm-
The one with the 4 pillars and the red carpet?
yeah.
Look at the bottom of the pillars and look how it textures. Go up from there.
Oh
They don't even line up.
Oh god.
The textures don't even line up. Yeah, that's how the quality of the port is.
What happened? No, I was gonna say it looks like they took the sprites. And Scooch, do you remember those awful 360 Sega Vintage collections? Remember that awful filter that you could put over it? Where it supposedly smooths it out, but it makes it really blurry and like obscure and thick black lines and shit on them. But not in a good way. Yep.
That's what this is. I know.
They stand out so much on the backgrounds.
Yes.
You'll never miss where they're at.
Never. This is
really bad.
truly awful.
Hot garbage, I know.
Why would they put this on the Steam? Why? Why not just the original?
They consider this a remaster.
That's a remaster.
That's what they consider it as. That is not a remaster. That is hot garbage.
That's a demaster.
So
that's something completely different.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Well, according to Steam, this is actually pretty good. Mostly positive reviews.
It's good, but like...
I mean, it's Final Fantasy VI.
Exactly.
Yeah, but normally games like this would get roasted for its art style.
It plays fine. I mean...
I guess you can look past the ugliness if the game is fine.
Use a controller, you can do whatever you want. It's just... Ugh.
This is truly
art
awful
style
looking.
so bad.
That's really bad.
And the game doesn't even go 1080p, just to let you know.
Oh.
So bad. But it's a phone game. What do you expect from a phone game?
I'm sorry.
But yes, this is what you don't do with a remaster.
I agree.
I want a full 3D if I had to go with it.
What, Final Fantasy 6? Like
yes.
all of Final Fantasy 7's remaster?
Yeah, I'll take that over this.
Okay, but it'll be episodic.
Actually, they got rid of that now. That's why it's been delayed. You didn't know about that?
No. Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily following that game.
I didn't hear about that either.
Yeah, that's the reason why there's a lot of delays and a whole bunch of other things.
Oh.
They're trying to get around that now.
Oh yeah, I think I heard they moved
they got a lot of negative backlash on it.
Yeah, they moved the development from whoever was making it to in-house now.
There was a lot of negative feedback behind that. Everyone was like, no, not episodic, So Square Enix is all like, yeah, we'll see.
Square Enix is kind of a mess right now, aren't they? Got rid of the Hitman series.
Been a mess for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Can't seem to get Kingdom Hearts 3 out the door.
Yeah.
The reports seem substandard at best. Didn't they also have that incident with freaking Eidos in its Mankind Divided game?
Maybe.
Power up your pre-order or something like that. If enough people pre-order, enough people pre-order the game, you can get the game 2 days earlier.
That was a mess.
Oh, Bert, did you add to the pre-order list to power up that pre-order?
I did not.
There's a lot of people mad about that. That's funny. Ooh, Square, don't change. No, wait, I mean Square Enix. Don't change. I can't say Square. That's an insult to Square, who are dead. Our final question comes from Smooth Operator. That's actually clever. Why is the most canon relationship in Sonic Boom the one between the writers and the status quo?
You have to fill me in on what this means.
Reading that aloud, I just got it. Basically, what he's asking is, how come? I may be misreading this, but what he's asking is, how come it's just the same old in season 2? I imagine he's asking for season 2. Well, that's because this is a weekly series of 11-minute episodes in which you're not supposed to watch them in the way that I've been watching them, which is every week by week. I imagine
you're not supposed to watch it like that?
I don't think so. I think you're supposed to watch these things like mixed in with other shows, so you're not feeling stagnant on it. But if I'd imagine some people do only watch Sonic Boom like that, then you're kind of binging on it, maybe. And maybe you're not supposed to... I don't know. Maybe you're not supposed to consume it that way, but yeah, I agree. It is a little bit a little bit status quo-y. And by that I mean like the episodes always have the same kind of structure. There's always a end of Eggman fight at the end of almost every episode, even when that doesn't need to be. It's like there's 2 minutes left in the episode. Oh, here comes Eggman with a reason to be here, I guess. Just a lot of the same stuff.
Have they ever done like continuation, basically like a 22-minute episode, like part 1 and part 2?
Nope, they've done a multi-parter though, part 1 through 4. But no,
Like,
other than that,
are they all supposed to be connected, or is it like one-off things?
the season 1 was all one-offs, but season 2 kind of. It's not like an established story, you know, or anything like where you have to, if you miss an episode, you're gonna miss something. But they have been referencing things that happened in previous parts of season 2 in this one. It's still nothing serious. It's still more of a comedy kind of deal where you can just kind of watch one episode and be fine. But if you are watching them in order, you can kind of get a tiny something out of it. But yeah, no. There's only been one episode in which, or 4 episodes in which there's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And even then that story was it was okay.
So is it just mostly the same thing over and over then?
Yeah, that's kind of what he's getting at. Like, besides that 4-parter and a few standout episodes, a lot of the episodes are kind of just, they're okay. Like, there haven't really been that many shitty episodes compared to season 1, but I guess it's like okay to be average and meh. Consistently meh. Consistently good. But yeah, that's just how the writers are. I don't know if we're getting a season 3, that's for sure. With the way the rights have been going everywhere.
Well, you won't need a season 3 if 2 continues forever, yeah?
I mean, I haven't looked at how many episodes are left, but last time I said that I thought the 4-parter was going to be the end of season 2, like they're going to end it on this 4-parter. That was everybody immediately let me know in the comment section that the 4-parter was not the end of the season, that there were more. So I was like, okay. I don't look up how many episodes are left because spoilers. Might be a spoiler in the title. That being said, I imagine we're getting close to the end of season 2. I don't know. So that's it. Thanks for the question, smooth operator. Very smooth. But that is a podcast, guys. I guess we should go ahead and say what we're going to be doing for these next few weeks until the next podcast. Guys, what are your plans?
Let's see. Zelda? It's a good question.
I know we're...
try recording something nowadays again.
What might you be recording?
Depends on what I buy on Steam. I still haven't really bought myself something on Steam besides Lost Planet Colonies Edition. Don't think I truly want to play.
Just cross-teching.
You should get Lost Planet for Bert.
No,
that one's not co-op.
Yeah, that one's not co-op. I have the co-op one, so no worries.
And he won't download it. He won't do it. He won't do it.
It's fine. I won't download Street Fighter Cross Tekken even if I do accept it.
It's okay as long as it's on your list. I feel accomplished.
I'm just gonna click decline once the podcast is over. I gotta get rid of this.
You do know I'm gonna gift you another game, right?
Well,
Operation Raccoon City.
I hope it's one I actually intend to play, like Mario Kart 8.
You mean like Operation Raccoon City with me?
Hey, if we all of us get it, we're doing a video on that.
That's not the game you think it is.
It's not?
No.
Operation Raccoon City?
You want the other one?
Do you think I'm gonna get you Umbrella Corp?
Oh, that's the one I want. I want Army Crawl Hatchet Simulator.
But that's not exactly co-op. We're against other players. You know that, right?
I know.
You know how bad you are against other players, right?
But it's just funny.
But yes, everyone is Dragonov or Snake or whatever.
Hunk.
Don't you dare say hunk.
I mean, that's what they look like.
Actually, you know what? I
Oh.
might get it. It's super
Please
cheap,
don't.
and it has like an ultra thumbs down.
Please don't.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
good.
yeah. Let's
He's
see how much
feeling
the
it.
4-pack cost.
Please don't.
Who's the fourth coffee?
Oh yeah. Look at this. User reviews, mostly negative. There's only one friend that wants this game, and of course, typical, that person would want it.
Mm. That's amazing. I will accept that one. And so will Bert. I guarantee if we get it, we're playing it. It's gonna be a video.
Please don't.
Yeah. Not so funny now, is it? Alright. Besides that, Summer Games Done Quick is gonna start. Actually, it is started.
No, not yet.
It is. It's
No,
July
I'm not
3rd.
talking about-
July
Oh,
3rd.
is it?
Yeah.
I see.
It's been going. I'm watching it right now. He's doing some cool tricks right now.
How was the opening with Nier Automata?
Oh, wow. Could you believe? Man, I never thought about doing those kind of sequence breaks.
Great game.
It's
It's all
pretty good.
spoilers for me.
It's just Route A. Don't worry about it.
Spoilers. How
Spoiler.
dare you spoil the game I wanted you to play?
Your back burner is getting full there, Scoots.
Sure is.
Yeah, don't add Umbrella Corps.
But then
No, add it.
how are we all gonna play the multiplayer experience known as Umbrella Corps?
Army Crawl Hatchet
$5.99
Simulator.
each person.
I mean, think about that.
Oh, it actually has single player trials. Look at that.
That's a hamburger at Wendy's, right? Like you could go without a hamburger for Wendy's for one day and get us all a copy of Umbrella Corps.
Jesus.
I'm really into this idea. I like it. We can
Why
army
don't you
crawl
get it
each
for us,
other
Justin?
because I'm a poor man.
Mhm.
How about you just return the game I gifted you, and then I'll buy you this
Done.
game.
Done.
No.
Done. You are about to decline this gift. Include a note to why. Umbrella
I
Corps.
This somehow just like reversed.
This is the worst podcast ever.
This somehow reversed. Somehow it went from Justin just like to now Bert going
Bert's life got turned upside down. Now he's gonna sit right there and tell you how he got to Umbrella Corps.
Oh,
This is
God.
amazing. My mood has immediately changed. What a great podcast this was. I feel
will
really
be-
good about this one.
I will decline that if it's sent my way.
No, you have to accept it.
Nope.
You
didn't
have to
accept
Have
yours.
to accept it.
You have to accept it.
You have to accept
You
it.
have to accept the $5.99. Don't you love Steam sales?
So what else is happening this week?
Oh my god. Okay, but Spider-Man Homecoming's coming out, and from what I hear, this actually is right up there with the original Spider-Man trilogy, which is the only good on-screen Spider-Man action we've had. So I'm super excited. Spider-Man being my favorite superhero of all time, I'm hoping this movie lives up to the hype. I will probably actually do a review on this one. If it's good. It might bring me out of my movie review funk.
Movie review funk?
Yeah. Notice I haven't been reviewing any of the movies I watched.
I didn't know you did any movie reviews.
I
You're
used
talking
to.
about like the podcast?
Oh, no. I used to
yeah.
make movie reviews a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah. They weren't
How long
good.
ago?
They weren't good, but like...
How long ago are we talking? Like your old channel?
Yeah, old channel.
Oh, okay.
He was very biased because he doesn't watch every movie. He just watches the ones that
Action.
I don't think so, because there's a lot of action movies out there, and you only go for like a specific set.
I don't just watch superhero movies. I also watched, what's it called?
So let me ask you something. Are you gonna watch The Hitman's Bodyguard?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I might watch Baby Driver. Or that's good.
huh.
I forget the name of that fucking Western movie. The Incredible 8, Incredible 7, Wild 7. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. I watched all the movies.
No,
Oh
you don't.
look, Evolution. Wait, Evo's this week?
14th.
Wait. Oh yeah, the next podcast is gonna be on July 17th. So Evo
So
was
this weekend is Summer Games Done Quick,
Mm-hmm.
or this week rather.
Yeah, it's already started.
And then yes, already started. And then the next weekend after that is Evolution, which is the big fighting game tournament where it's like the world tournament. Everyone from all over the world flies here.
I
And
just want to
it's-
get my new Street Fighter 5 stage.
It's a pretty big freaking deal because for at least us fighting game heads over here, we love Evo. Evo is it's like our Super Bowl. Just all the fighting games show up. All the fighting game players show up. And it's just non-stop. And then usually, if we're lucky, we get to see cool shit to get revealed on stage.
Should be good.
It should be real good this year, I'm hoping. Dragonball Z Fighters is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
As a side tournament. I think they said it might be the Trunks build. So that's
They
cool.
said it'll be Trunks build or later. So if there's more characters announced, then they'll be there also.
Alright. And Infinite's going to be there too. Cool.
Hey, you might see Monster Hunter.
Ooh, if they announce Monster Hunter on the stage, I might get a little hype. Not gonna lie. But yeah, Bert, do you happen to have the list of games that have been confirmed for Evo? The main games? Did I put you on the spot?
No. Okay, Street Fighter 5,
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 7,
That's a given.
Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2,
Of course.
Injustice 2,
Uh-huh.
Smash Bros. Melee,
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Smash Bros. Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
Blaze Blue Central Fiction,
That's weird.
King of Fighters 14,
Yeah.
Ultimate Marvel 3.
Huh.
And there will be side tournaments for DBZ. They just announced the studio will be there.
Oh,
That's
really?
cool.
NT?
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh. Final Fantasy Fighter's gonna be there. Cool.
And I don't know what else. There's going to be a bunch of side tournaments, obviously. Every fighting game will probably be there in some capacity.
Yep, including ARMS.
Yeah, that'll definitely be there. So will Pokken.
Oh, yeah.
They won't be like mainstay, but they'll be...
Ooh, you forgot. Also a side tournament. That one April Fool's fighting game from Erika.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting
Eureka.
Layer, yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting
gonna be
Layer
there.
EX.
I hope that like looks more polished. That game could be cool.
It could be cool. Can't wait. This is why this Evo's gonna be really excited. For a lot of people who are just rolling eyes like, fucking fighting games again. just bear with us. Just let us get it out of our system. So good. But yeah, Summer Games Done Quick, Spider-Man Homecoming, Evo. This is gonna be a really, really fun set of weeks for me.
And you forgot the most important part.
Oh, right. And of course the Valkyrie Revolution playthrough continues.
Mm-hmm.
That train won't stop.
Look for that throughout the week and next week. Our second recording session will be starting soon.
Yeah,
don't
sure
forget,
will.
Don't forget about Umbrella Corp.
yes.
I will return that as fast as you send it.
Umbrella Corbett, we're doing it.
No.
We're
Yes.
not. We're
Aw.
not.
Just in this podcast.
You're gonna keep your Street Fighter cross tacking and yeah, just deal with it.
I already declined it.
In this podcast. Just get it over
Oh.
with.
To play me out, Tohu.